We are live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Darn right, dude. What's happening, dude? What's going on in the life of Mr. Actually, first, welcome to Rear Naked Takes. Feels like it's been a long time, week and a half, week and some change, since we've done a live, and we're gonna recap UFC 323. We're going to talk about.
We got some fights to talk about too.
We got some fights to talk about. We got to yell at Megan for yelling at us. Way to fucking be on time, fellas. Hey, we're here.
That's that military.
My kids are having a. Yeah, I know,
exactly. If you're not 15 minutes early, you're dead.
You're late. Yeah.
Yeah.
My kids are having a sleepover. I had to handle some stuff. So we're gonna talk UFC. We're gonna recap UFC 323. We're gonna talk about the fights tonight. Some fights coming up that are pretty cool. Talk about some drama going on. Give me 1 second. This stupid freaking computer is driving me crazy. We're gonna talk about some drama in the UFC space. You happy now, Megan?
Fix your screen.
Guns.
Mine or yours?
We did. We fixed it.
Okay.
You fixed it. You're welcome, you son of a gun. Some drama going on in the UFC. What I want to do, if you guys don't mind.
Look at that greatness right there.
That's a sick shirt, dude.
Come on, son.
Shirt. Didn't homeboy just have a baby too?
Come on, son, little baby boy.
Hell yeah.
Got 2.0 on the way. DP, my man.
How many kids does he have?
Just a little girl and then this newborn. As far as I know.
Gotcha. Some of them dudes be rolling. Some dudes be rolling deep in the baby game. You know what I'm saying? Like they it's like, we're.
You there? Oh shit!
While I look something up, what's up in your life, bro? What's going on with you?
You broke up for a second there.
Can you hear me?
Like Boost Mobile or something like that? What's your?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't be jealous. What's up with you, dog?
First of all, I'll say what's up to Yeshua. G. Disappointments, all of you. Just let y'all know.
Oh shit! What did Megan say now? My baby turned 16 today. Oh my god! Like, so I'm guessing, Megan, that's your youngest child, and your youngest child is now 16. Wow!
I don't get that.
Happy birthday to Megan's youngest child. Garrett, what's up? Jeremy got a fresh fade because I said I was here for Dylan. yeah. I got to pull you back to my side. Dude.
That's right, G.
Got to pull you back. What's up in your life, bro? Tell me about it. Tell me about your life.
Was that a joke to Megan? Saying what? That I didn't get it. I don't know. Her youngest is 11. Did you say the 16-year-old was her youngest? I'm confused.
Oh, yeah. So she said my baby is turning 16. So I interpreted that as baby is the
youngest.
The oldest. No, youngest. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But no, she said her youngest is 11.
Very nice.
My Wi-Fi is fine, woman. What are you talking about? Megan says my Wi-Fi is all stuck.
Yeah, no, it botched out for a second. You look fine right now, but
bro.
So we got a few people listening. What did you ask me?
What's up in your life, dog? What's going on with you? How are you holding up? How is training? You said you're looking to get a fight
January 24th.
Soon? Okay, tell me about it. Tell us about it. We want to hear.
You know what I mean?
Hello?
We're
Did
going
you hear
to yeah. Can you see me?
You must have, yeah, I can see you. Tell me about your fight.
There's going to be – I'm probably going to lose. I think that's the mentality go into it, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. What do you want to know? It's going to be at 155, hopefully. But okay. I'm stupid enough to take it at 170 again. But just whatever I can get. I almost took a fight December 20th, last minute, another 185-pounder.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's fucking tempting. It's very tempting.
Why not?
Man, hold on. Yes, Megan, he is. Disappointments. All of you.
What? Why do I feel judged by Jesus
Megan
behind
says,
you?
"Why do I feel judged?" That's because Jesus
Because
is judging, baby.
absolutely.
Yeshua, Yahweh,
Duh.
Jesus, however you want to call him. Just calling him. No, 155. Hopefully, January 24th in Newport, Kentucky, Megacorp Pavilion. Pretty dope venue. Fought there a bunch of times before.
Okay.
Looking to need to get a win. Yeah. Had some unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the idea, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but I
get
take
a
last
win.
minute fights all the time, and I take bigger guys and get fucked up because
Why do you do that?
Well, because I think I could beat them, and then it turns out sometimes you can't. You know,
You're getting too big for your britches, kind of thing. Is that what we're talking about?
It's more like, dude, you put in all that work, and you're like, and also too, I get sponsors. You know, I make like $2 to $3K to fight just on sponsorships. So to me, I'm like, I tell the promoter, like, whatever you got to do, get me a fucking opponent because I got a deal to fulfill here, you know? So just fuck it, you know, just be prepared to fight and fight whoever. Like, that's what the fuck you train for. So do it, you know? I don't know.
Well,
people get real, dude. People get real fucking weird where they just want to be fed cans. They want to, they want easy fights. They want like slick matchups where they know they're going to smoke the guy or whatever. You know, that shit happens all the time. And I just couldn't give a shit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yes, like you said, you want to win. I mean, but like at the end of the day, you want to fight. Fighting is what you want to do. Winning is kind of like, this is what I would like to happen, but I'd also like to just fight. And you know what? Sometimes you fight, sometimes you lose. I mean, it just is what it is.
This is what it is.
So January 24th, do they stream any of that stuff? Like,
yeah, they have their own streaming platform. This would be for Ohio Combat League. They're a really good promoter out here. They're the biggest, as far as I know, they're the biggest in Ohio. Which I don't take fights in Ohio typically. So where we get off is like we live in the tri-state area in Cincinnati here. So Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky all meet in the southwest corner there of Ohio. And is Jeremy doing his taxes right now? Gee, yeah, no shit. What the fuck are you typing an essay over there?
No. It's actually gonna freaking bring everything down in a second here. No, I did. I wanted to hear about your fight though, because you're.
But yeah, so I'll be fighting in Kentucky, which is what I always elect to do because Kentucky has way better rules. Ohio is like, don't punch the guy in the face. You know what I mean? Like, it's just they don't actually have that rule, but they fucking might as well. You know what I mean? They're like, how about you guys get matched up to fight, and then in the middle of the cage, you just play chess instead. Like,
bro, I coached at a CrossFit gym that was. So there was a CrossFit gym in it. Then they had all the other things, all the other, boot camp and whatever. We did youth stuff. There was a big basketball court, and then we brought in an MMA, like a camp, and we had a few productions. And matter of fact, was it King? Was it Green? A couple UFC former UFC fighters came, but they did. What's the form of fighting where you don't punch in the face?
I don't know.
Pancreas.
Oh, pancreas.
Pancreas.
Yeah, I forgot about pancreas. Yeah, you can slap to the face. You can't like close fist.
They didn't even do that. They didn't even slap.
It was dominated over there, bro.
Yeah. But they did that. They came in, and I mean, we had the music, and it was pretty cool. Big turnout. But watching people not actually fight is like. It's just, what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, eh. Anyways, I'm gonna totally shift. I just want to get this out of the way right now. So I just put a link. I don't know if that worked. Maybe I'll have to do it a different way. It popped up, but I don't know if you can click on it. Like, I don't know if it would do the hyperlink. I called in to Savan yesterday and talked about a friend of mine. Y'all see this yet? Let's see.
Yeah, you can see the hyperlink.
Add
you can click
to
on it.
stage. All right, there we go. So
you can click on that hyperlink there.
Good. So a friend of mine. So I've been in the CrossFit space since 2011, 2012. I've been coaching probably 2013 to now. And through the years, obviously in CrossFit you meet some people that you wish you never did, but for the most part, for the large majority of my CrossFit journey, I've met some really cool people, some amazing people. These two being two of them. You have Brad and Jen, and Jen came in to our gym. Brad was never overweight, just kind of that skinny dude. He's like 6'5", like tall dude. Just kind of skinny, unathletic, super nerd. All which he would admit himself. But Jen was probably closer to 400 pounds. And over the course of 7-8 years, she just started. I mean, she took it seriously, and she like the weight was falling off. And along the way, she just was like that person at the gym, man. Everybody has them at the CrossFit gym that you love to be around them. You know what I'm saying? They bring an aura. They're always going to help you. They're going to encourage you. They'll keep it real with you, but they're just kind, beautiful human beings. Maybe 5 months ago, they went over to this CrossFit gym here. CrossFit Time Warp was probably 20 minutes away from my gym, just because they live closer and they have 2 young kids, and life happens. Wednesday, I was out and about. I went on an awesome date, and I'm like flying high. Life is good. And I look at my phone. I got this text from a fellow coach at the gym. He's like, "Hey, can you talk?" You know how that goes, man. Yeah, I could talk, but like I'm probably not going to like what the conversation we're about to have. So I call him. Said, "Do you hear the news?" So that makes it even worse. I'm like, "Did I hear the news?" I'm like, that rarely is anything good going to come after that. And he told me, long story short, Jen was involved in a head-on collision with a plow truck. It's been snowing like crazy here in the Milwaukee area. And so the snow, it's 5 degrees today, black ice everywhere. She lost control, hit some black ice, I think, lost control, boom, straight on with the plow truck and passed away instantly. So she leaves behind Brad and 2 amazing kids. And these people were really great to me. They were great to my kids. They have us over at their house, and she treated my kids like they were hers. And she will be unbelievably missed. So that link is just a GoFundMe, just to help support them. If you guys have it in you, if you feel led to, if you feel like loving on a family that is hurting in the holiday season, please click that link and show some love to Brad and Jen, or Brad and his kids, I should say. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wanted to get that out of the way. Excuse me. Now I did not want to end on something like that. So, anyways, yeah.
How old were her kids?
Her son is about my son's age. So between, I would say my son's 11. I think their son is 10, 12 right now. And then their daughter's like just starting high school. So some pretty dynamic ages, as far as like, they're not 2 and 3 where they barely knew mom. Like they know mom, you know what I'm saying? And now mom is gone, and
couldn't need her more at this time too.
Right, exactly. Especially the daughter, that's there's a tough time going into high school, and all the things associated with the changes in the body and the hormones and all of this. So yeah, so I talked to him a couple days ago, and he's doing about as best as you can do in a situation like this. And I just want to show him as much love as I possibly can. So anyways, shall we review UFC 323, which actually happened to turn out to be a pretty gosh darn good card, if I do say so myself. So I'm gonna pull this up. Let's pull you up. I got some gossip that whatever you want to call it, gossip headlines, crazy stuff that that we're gonna throw in here. I am sure you've heard about it, at least some of it.
Didn't we already review 323?
No, we did not. We previewed it, but we did not review it.
I don't know what the difference is.
So, what are you talking about? You preview it to talk about what you think is going to happen, and then you freaking recap it, talking about what did happen, you nerd. Gosh, who invited this guy? All right. I got to get better at this process. It takes me too long. Okay. So we're going to go back to the prelims. And golly, man. Did you watch this out of curiosity? Yeah, you watched this. What the hell am I talking about? We were all texting.
Yeah.
Savon was going crazy.
Why do I feel like we reviewed this? Am I crazy?
No, we didn't review it, homie.
We just previewed it?
We previewed it. That's it. I promise you. I promise.
Okay. Yeah, I was fucking wrong, dude. Again, I went 2 for 9.
Really?
On
I thought you were way more accurate than I was.
I don't know. Maybe in my prediction, all I know is I bet on this shit, and I went 2 for 9 on all my bets.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this one. Did you watch this one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say right now that I think we're gonna see our homeboy Ziam in some big fights coming up soon, because not that Nazim was a schlup necessarily, but he kind of was a schlup. He got outstruck. I mean, look at that.
He couldn't touch him.
Crazy.
He couldn't touch
him. He could not touch
the length guy. Was something he couldn't figure out. The timing he couldn't figure out. I mean,
and you see that.
And it's crazy because Sadakayev is fucking insanely good. I thought it was Sadakayev. I thought the odds were like wrong.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, this guy's a total prospect stud. And I thought he could get in there and close the distance. And I thought if he closed the distance, the reach would be nullified completely. And
I thought this about this fight and another fight that we'll talk about in a minute here. But yeah, I thought Nazim would get in there and do something. And you said it, he could not figure out this distance. And I mean, when you're talking 76 to 7 total strikes landed, 31 to 4 significant strikes landed. I'm gonna say it again. I think Mr. Fares Ziam will be. We're gonna see him crack that top 15. We'll see who they give him next. But if he shows the talent he did last week Saturday against Nazim in another fight, we're going to see a top 15 fighter, and I really can see this kid just climbing from there. I know the lightweight division is stacked right now, but we lost Dustin. I think we're bound to lose Holloway, Oliveira fairly soon. I don't know, next year or two. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? I know the BMF title is up for grabs, and I know Gaethje is fighting, for the interim light, but I think those guys are more on their way out, and Ziam is definitely on his way up. And I think he's going to be a problem for quite some time. He's figured out how to cut weight very well, because this guy is walking around. I forget how tall he was. I think he was close to like 5'10", 6 feet, something like that. Like he's a tall dude.
I think he's 5'11". 5'11" or
just click on his name and it will probably show me that. Eh? Smile Killer. What a nickname.
I think that's a translation issue there.
It doesn't make sense, does it? You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
yeah,
Smile Killer. So he's like 6'1", 73 inches.
Yeah, 6'1".
Damn. Yeah. So like he's figured out how to cut weight and how to maintain strength, and if you can be 6'1" and fight at 155, you are going to be a problem. So, yeah, I don't remember our predictions on this one, but want to say I went with Zion, but who cares? It don't matter. Anyways, moving on. This was boring.
Hey, I want to see Zion versus Drew Dober next. I want to see Dober versus him because Dober deals with length pretty freaking well.
I like that.
And he finishes people, so I'm like,
I'm a fan.
It's interesting. That's a good little test into getting into the upper echelon of the 55 division.
Yeah, I totally agree. Dober is he's a beast. Yeah, I can see that. This fight was so boring, and I hate to say it, it's women, but like,
you thought it was boring?
Boy, I thought it was boring.
Really?
Man. Like, was it the worst fight ever? No, but like, I don't know. Maybe I got excited. We're seeing Macy Barber come back, and she's put on some amazing displays in the past, and I just thought it was uninspired.
Huh.
I don't know. I wasn't thrilled watching this fight, but I will say I am happy seeing Macy Barber get the unanimous win. I think she did earn it. I think Silva Karin is definitely a beast, and she's a problem. She's a very good jiu-jitsu practitioner, but Macy is she's got good submission defense, I think, amongst other things, and I think she earned that victory.
Yeah, she certainly did. I was entertained by it. I thought that Macy always comes out and puts on a show. I thought she did. She's one of the more exciting female fighters. In fact, and then a lot of times with male fighters as well, like she's one to get on the ground and start ground and pounding and do some shit. Whereas like even a lot of male fighters, it's hard to do. Granted, this is one thing you need to know.
Ground and pound me anytime she wants.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, she'll pound you all right, rear naked style. But this is one thing that you got to understand about ground and pound. It's wildly difficult to control somebody on the ground to where you don't lose the position while trying to hit them with both of your limbs, that are controlling them. It's very, very difficult.
It sounds silly, but yes, absolutely.
You start hitting them, then they start squirming and they can get away, and you don't want to lose that position. So in order to like secure a 2-on-1, grab the arm, pull it down, and then get that there and pin it to the ground or pin it to the hip, and then start raining down punches, it's incredibly difficult to get there. But if you can wrestle and scramble with it like she does often, she's going to rain down as she's scrambling. She's got total body awareness, great control. Good scrambles. I mean, she always delivers a good ground and pound when she gets in that control. I was entertained by it. I love the fact that she got cheap shotted. She got kicked in the face while she was on the ground. She was wobbled from it and then came back and delivered an ass whipping. You know what I mean?
She showed some resilience there, man. I was very.
And I think I'm just a homer for her because of all the shit she went through. She's a prodigy of Askren.
Yep.
She's just. I'm a fan, and so I love to see her come back and get that win. It was big for her,
and she was pretty emotional, very understandably, very understandably so, because like you were pointing out when we were previewing about her journey over the last couple of years, just health things and seizures or whatever the hell, like that ain't no joke, man. So you can come back and do what you love to do and pick up a dub. You're like, that's some cool shit right there.
And you got to think she was probably suspended for that.
Think so? I didn't hear anything about that, but no, I wouldn't doubt it.
Dude, commissions suspend you for fucking sneezing the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like,
sure. Yeah.
They don't want the liability. They're going to suspend you. Like typically after a fight in general, you're suspended for 30 days because they don't want you.
Yeah, for sure.
Pro high level UFC shit, it's a little bit different. But for the most part, commissions just like to throw that shit out. Like fucking, you get a suspension, you know what I mean? It's like,
everyone gets suspended.
You'd have to not be touched and get a knockout to be able to fight the next week.
Yeah, that's very true.
Which is good because lower level fighters, you don't need to be cutting weight back to back like that. So
right. But then let's talk about Ewing, Ethan Ewing. Mm-hmm. He had won a belt. I know it was a different league, but he won a belt the week
different state
before. Okay, so it's a state thing, or
Yeah, state athletic commission. Yeah.
okay,
So
all right.
they could go. I'm sure they could go state to state, but that's the magic of the UFC, where that state commission is not gonna like. They're UFC is.
Yeah.
I don't think they have any like jurisdiction outside of their state. So like the UFC knows that, and they're like, "Yeah, you fought last week, but I mean, come on,
Yeah.
can you make the weight? Can you show up and fight? Yeah, I can. It's in where was that fight? Was it Vegas?
That was indeed Vegas. Yes.
Yeah. So didn't have to worry about that. I'm sure they could like communicate with another state athletic commission and just cover their bases and be like, what did you think? What was your assessment? Because after every fight, someone representing the commission will come back and look at you, and they'll talk to you, and they'll say, hey, we're going to give you a suspension, or hey, wait for this assessment to go through, and then you'll get emailed by the commission to give your suspension, or if you don't hear anything, then you're not suspended. So it's kind of, he probably, I mean, he whipped ass in that fight. So not the one against Wellmaker, but the one prior. So I'm sure they didn't care. UFC is the big dog too. They probably big brother them. They probably big brother
exactly.
Like
exactly. And I ain't mad about it. I am not mad about it. Let people fight unless they got Joanna forehead going on after she fought.
Right.
Zhang, right. Then let them fight. Speaking of fight, dude, someone's got to tell. This is what I was texting. I think I texted you and Savan this when we were commenting. Someone's got to tell homeboy that you just never go full retard, man. Like, I know he's great, he's good, and I think that I hope that he will come back smarter next time. But you cannot go full. He went full retard, and like all game plan, all just tact went out the window watching this fight. It was exciting. It was a crazy 2.5 minutes. Terrence had Duncan rocked, which then leads me to say Duncan, that boy can take a ass kicking because he did, man. He got rocked. He was wobbling. Terrence was just going crazy, and then just like that, old Duncan catches Terrence, and Terrence is like, uh-oh, now I'm tired, and I'm rocked. And, man, that was a crazy 2.5 minutes. And you were talking about Terrence's story, and I hadn't heard a whole bunch about him until you had talked about it when we previewed it. And what a great story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
long story short, you came from some shit. You went through a lot. Whether imposed on you or self-inflicted, whatever, doesn't matter. You went through a lot. You figured some shit out. You're in like the perfect outlet for the type of guy it seems like he is. You're where you need to be. Got this great opportunity. You're moving up. You're knocking dudes out within 7 seconds or whatever it was, 14 seconds to your very first fight. You're exciting, but like at some point that luster wears off, and it comes down to your skill, following a game plan. You know what I'm saying? What do you do when you get rocked a little bit? What do you do if you have someone rocked? Do you just keep going crazy? Do you take them down? Do you try to submit them? Like he just got excited. He was a kid at the candy shop and just wanted all the candy, and then he had too much candy, and he's over in the corner barfing, and it was just disappointing. It was, I don't want to say disappointing. I wasn't like disappointed, but it was a little disappointing. But again, Chris Duncan, he's no joke, man. That guy he's kind of slow. He needs to figure out some like explosiveness. He needs a little bit more athletic. But I mean, his saving grace, I should say, is he can take an ass kicking and still win a fight, which is exactly what he did.
Yeah. Hey, dude, look, this fight was destined to be that. Like these two guys are both those types of fighters. They're not cerebral fighters. They go out and they want to extinguish the fight in the first round, and whether it be them getting extinguished or them extinguishing the other guy, like that. Yeah. Some fighters are just like that, man.
I appreciate that. Don't get me wrong, but
They go out
Like,
and
I
get after it
appreciate that.
because
Let's go and do it. But man, at some point, even the guys in UFC history that typically did that, I would say most of them figured it out. Like, I can't just keep doing that if I want to move up. Sure, I'll have a job, but if I want to win a belt, I can't just keep doing that all the time. Right? No,
yeah, I don't think there's an aspiration for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the aspiration is infamy, not which you can attain through highlight reel knockouts, whether you're delivering them or you're the one receiving them, you know what I mean? And they're willing to risk that. They say, hey, I know I'm going to go out there and put the hands on you quick, and I'm going to put you to sleep. And if I can't, you better hope you can put me to sleep because I'm not going to stop. You know what I mean? And that's just McKinney's language. That's the language he speaks. That's how he goes out in every single fight. He's paid for it several times, but I mean, he's got like the most first round finishes in the UFC, I think, or something crazy.
He's up there. Definitely up there. Homeboy's definitely
Chris Duncan
up there
as well. Like, he's got a ton of quick finishes. And you know what? They both might have the same amount of like quick finishes of getting finished, right? Like,
yeah, they should change his name to T Reckless.
Yeah,
Terrence T Reckless McKinney. No, yeah, you bring up really really great points that they maybe neither of them have. At least maybe not right now, aspirations of holding a belt, but more of being infamous and just getting out there and laying the wood and saying, hey, I'm a badass and I'm just going to keep doing this. And I don't care if I get knocked out, if I knock out. And I guess I'm viewing it from too much of a analytical standpoint or like, or maybe not even analytical. Maybe that's not the right word. More of a, if I'm fighting at that level, I do, and I have the talent of a guy like Terrence McKinney. He's very talented, naturally athletic. He hits hard as hell. I'm thinking about a belt. So like, all right, I'm not going to fight to not lose. We know a lot of fighters over the years who have done that. They fight not to lose, and it's just like, all right, I'm bored with this. But it's just I don't know. I think I don't want to just go out there and put myself in a position where there's too much of a chance of me getting knocked out. I want to give you an exciting fight. I want to give the fans an exciting fight. But I got to reel it in, man. Reel it in at the right time so that you're still exciting, but you're not doing what – like it's kind of embarrassing for homeboy, man. You go out there and you just lighten it up, and then all of a sudden you're just done. The air came out of the balloon, and it was just gone, you know. Like, I don't know, because then you gain a reputation for that kind of shit, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you're wrong. I like your assessment. I like what you said, but it'll be interesting. Let's look at Duncan's last few fights. It'll be interesting to see who he gets next. He's riding a 4-fight win streak. He fights a lot. He fought 3 times this year.
Turn it around that quickly, you can fight very frequently. You know,
say that again.
When you can turn it around that quickly, you can fight very frequently. And guys on their contracts are, you know, they're probably making like $80,000 to win a fight. So they're probably making 40 and 40 or something like that. Yeah. More now, you know, and depending on the evolution of your contract, how many contracts have you signed, things change. So maybe you're making 120 to win a fight, right? 60 and 60, something like that. It's like, I'd like to fight 4 times a year, making 60 and 60.
Hell yeah, man. Sign me up. I think, you know, especially with that win, how he did it, getting just his ass kicked for a while there and then turning it around just like that. The fact that he has 1, 2, 3, 4, he's got one more finishes than decisions. like he I think Dana likes guys. I think we know Dana likes guys like this because they're not going in there to dance around and tiptoe and you know what I'm saying, play patty cake. They're going in there to wreck shit, you know.
Yeah.
And I think old Scottish boy has a chance to have some great success in the UFC. I hope so. I like him. He's a good dude. Both of them are good dudes. But yeah. So Chris Duncan got that one. Moving on to the last prelim of the night, we had American Grant Dawson, who was a badass and was the favorite, against Manuel Torres, who is also another lightweight who is up and coming. He's
a bad motherfucker. Training out of Jackson's.
Very bad motherfucker. Absolutely. El Loco. I love that nickname. He lives up to it too. His style is freaking loco. And that's what I was gonna check is his height. For 155, he is 5'10". So that's a longer dude. That's a longer dude to have to deal with. However, is Grant short? Grant ain't short, right?
5'9"?
No, he's also 5'10". Yeah, okay, all right.
Close enough.
I'm
5'10".
But anyways, you're 5'10" on a good day. Yeah, me too. We had another. We had two in a row.
Wait, how tall are you?
Stoppages. I'm 5'10".
You're 5'10"?
Yeah, why? What'd you think I was short?
I don't know. I just figured you were 6'2" because you're black.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. 6'2".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got it right, my man. 6'2" all day. No, I wish.
I thought unless you were Cat Williams, that's just like an automatic default standard issue height. You know what I mean?
Cat Williams,
Kevin Hart, and then
Kevin
like
Hart
everyone else.
Screwed over, dude. Yeah.
That's why they're funny.
Two anomalies, yeah, for sure.
Like Patrice O'Neal was like 6'4" or 6'2", 6'3".
I think, yeah, he was tall.
Patrice is tall as fuck. He was a big fuck.
He was a pretty tall dude. Stop talking about my height, dog. Or lack thereof. We have a performance of the night. Very, very, very well earned. Grant Dawson is not a slacker. He's not a slouch. If we look at his last few fights,
Grant Dawson's a bad motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, if you look at his last few fights, he's beaten some savages. Both Ferreira and Garcia are very, very savage fighters, very formidable fighters.
Yeah.
And even
knockout by King Green, got caught within like 11 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, even his bad fights. Green, did you see Green submitted dude today? Did he submit the guy or did he knock him out? I feel like I just saw that he submitted someone today, or maybe that was just a preview. Anyways, I don't know.
What did he do? A grappling match or something?
No, he's fighting tonight.
And
so did the fight start? Did they already happen? Maybe maybe it was one of those where it's like a UFC. Well, maybe it was like one of those where it was a UFC thing, or a UFC post on Instagram, and it was like an old fight of his, and they were just saying, "Oh, he's back" or something like that. Because
you're like, what do the kids say? 6'7".
Oh, you shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Okay, yeah, he hasn't fought yet. He's fight. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, we can talk about that. Lance Gibson. Oh, that's gonna be a fucking fight at a catchweight too. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. Back on track. But my point is, even losing to someone like Green is it was a bad loss, but he's no slouch. But I mean, El Loco is he's going to be a problem, as well as old boy that we were talking about on the I think it was the first prelim fight of this card. I'm going too fast. We got Manuel. I think we're going to see Manuel, maybe Dober. I can see that. But I think we're going to see Manuel and Fares Ziam in the octagon. I could totally see that, especially both of them having
that's too much for Zion at this moment. But
think so,
Manuel.
I'm not going to disagree, but we have seen our fair share of that dude doesn't belong there. You know what I mean? Like that guy shouldn't be fighting in that situation. And sure, the guy ends up getting worked or whatever. But there are times, for example, we already talked about Ethan Ewing and Wellmaker. We're like, Ethan Ewing, I mean, there's literally like no stats on him. We don't know anything really about him other than he fought for a belt in some other league a week prior, and he went in there and just, one of the better fights, one of the better technical fights that we've seen in recent UFC history. Yeah, G, you are taller than me. Damn it. I thought we already established this. I thought we already knew. Jeremy is 5'10". Okay, I am an average size
on Jeremy. Being.
I don't know. I still, I might be 40.
Bro, she'd posterize you.
I would block the shit out of her, man. It would be like, bam, and then I would just Sean Kemp talk shit to her, and then I would run. Love you, G. Yeah, but you're probably right. You're probably right. You know more than I do in this game, but I would like to see that.
Not fight. Really. Apparently, I fucking lose.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, but I'd like to see that fight. These are both longer dudes. They both have a similar-ish style. Manuel's just a lot more loco, but I'd like to see those dudes fight. But you might be right, and maybe it's too early for Zion, but. Yeah, performance of the night, 2 minutes and 25 seconds, and I don't know what we're gonna see out of old Grant after this fight. I mean, he's not gonna. Are these guys ranked? No, he's not going to go away. But I think we're gonna have a long road back. I can see these two fight, Terrence and Grant. Both of them lost. Hey, who wants to come back? Blah blah blah. Yeah. But that ended the prelim card. And oh, man, I'm watching this, man. And,
wow.
And you know what? I started thinking, like, this is the last
wild in slow motion
ever. This is the last pay-per-view ever. This is the first fight of the main card of the last pay-per-view ever. And the fight's going, and, the first round was me. No. Was that the first round that Bogdan knocked him down? No, that was the second round where he caught him. And, so the first round, I think Guskov did a little bit more. I think he –
No.
Jan won that first round. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll get it together. So Jan won the first round. Bogdan – that's what it was. Bogdan pretty much dominated the second round to get the 10-8. In that round, at least two of the judges, I think, gave him that. And he absolutely dominated that round. He caught Jan with a straight right, boom, and then knocked him down, and then just got on him. But hats off to Jan. He is a tough son of a bitch. Like that right hand to just about any other guy in that weight class is probably. And how he pounced on him, probably the end of the fight for a lot of dudes. But Jan might be old, but he's still tough as nails. But then that third round, you give it to Jan for sure, especially the last minute and a half. I think Guskov kind of blew his load a little bit in that second round and didn't have enough gas, and Jan still had it.
They gave him a
championship fights, and
they gave
him a 10-8 in round 2.
Dude, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
That was not a 10-8 round. That's crazy.
Please explain to me how that was not. Explain to our audience, our beautiful audience, how that was not a 10-8 round.
You got to do a lot to earn a 10-8 round. And that felt like it was given out like fucking candy at Halloween. It was just it wasn't enough. I mean, sure, he gained the advantageous position. There was a knockdown. He landed a few hard shots, but just it wasn't enough. I needed to see a bit of a battering, to really secure that 10-8. And I didn't agree with it. A
bit of a battering. He's overhand right, dropped him, and then for the remainder of that was a minute and a half in, something like that. So for the last 3.5 minutes, he
was
on top of him.
Peyton Talbot did not receive a 10-8 round against Henry Cejudo.
He didn't. To me, he didn't earn a 10-8 round. He won that fight. He handedly won that fight, but he didn't have any 10-8 rounds. Because Cejudo,
did you see Cejudo?
I just gave Jan all I just gave Jan all this credit. Cejudo can take an ass kicking. I mean, like, but in a sense that like some guys can avoid very well. Cejudo, he can be elusive, but like he got hit and hit and hit, but then would return and return. And before we were talking about how the length, Ziam versus the other fella, the length caused the problem. This was the other fight I was going to talk about. Payton is just too tall. Cejudo could not get in there to do anything, but he still kept coming and he kept coming. And then he would just get like Rocky Balboa style and just, here I am, I'm still here. And I was like, bro, like, holy crap. So I just don't think that Payton earned a 10-8 round. And I wasn't sold at first on Guskov getting a 10-8 round until I watched that fight again. I watched that second round again. I don't know, man. Like you overhand right a guy and like stay on him the entire round, and your elbows and bam, 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 you know, and
they weren't
and the ground and pound, like
glancing. I don't know.
Okay. Agree to disagree on that one. But the fact that it ended in a draw goes back to what I was saying. I'm like, we're talking about the last pay-per-view and the first fight on the last pay-per-view card ever. This is how we're going to start. We're going to start with a draw, but I mean, hey, man, well, that's why you just can't leave it up to the judges. We talk about it all the time. If you're going to leave it up to the judges, you fight how Payton fought Henry. Like you just go and you get them and you go, you know, like maybe you can't knock them out. Maybe you can't submit them. Maybe you can't stop them, but like you're going to leave no doubt in the judge's head that you won that fight, just like Payton did to Henry. And it was like neither guy really wanted to do that. They showed flashes at times. And I'll tell you what, Jan really might want to think about retiring, because if you know, I mean, and I know you know what's going on with his shoulder, which happens to be, you know, his right shoulder, his strong arm. Homeboy is he can't even like he doesn't even use he can't lift weights during camp because it messes his shoulder up so much. So that's gonna really F you up when it comes to punching dudes. And if you can't use that, that's a really pivotal part of the game. You can get away with not leg kicking people, you know, but like you can't not be able to punch with your dominant arm. So I don't know. I think Jan 42 arm barely works anymore.
Slow.
Yeah, he looked very slow. It's just like, hey man, you were very successful. You had an awesome career. You're a fan favorite. People like you, but it might be time to just ride off into the sunset before your arm gets worse or start getting knocked out, you know. Because if you look at it, you got a guy who was fifth. Jan was fifth ranked coming into this fight. Bogdan was 15th, 12th coming into this fight. Like, Jan should have put him to sleep. Like, former champ.
There was a lot of respect for the power on both ends. And then Jan, I think Jan got put down by a jab, didn't he?
No, it was overhand, right?
Oh, was it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which Guskov was landing until that third round.
But Jan was sticking his jab. Jan was sticking his jab. That's what it was. Absolutely, Jan was sticking the jab out there, probably because that right hand is a bit compromised still, even though he's had surgery on it, 2-year layoff, you know. But like
two surgeries on your dominant shoulder, and they're talking about how you can't use that. You can't lift weights during training camps because it messes your shoulder up too much. It's I drove him away. It's just like, let's take any other sport, man. If your quarterback, if his right shoulder is messed up and he's righty, I mean, that's a problem, you know. You're not gonna be like, yeah, lace it up, get on out there and do it. Now this is totally different because it's fighting versus being an NFL quarterback, but any sport where you just your dominant foot, hand, arm, whatever, leg is compromised, unless you can fully fix that thing, it might just be time to hang it up. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Somebody like still rambling about Jan. Someone like Jan, who's had a very storied career, who's been very successful. Like, hey man, right off into the sunset, dude. Go play with your family if you got one. Like, just figure something else out to do. You know. Man, this fight though, we've talked about it a couple times. Cejudo. Notice I didn't say Cejudo. Saying, all right, this is gonna be my last fight. And I'm going to take it very seriously. I'm going to give it everything I have. I'm going to go out there and just, do my thing versus an up-and-comer in Peyton Talbot, who had a disappointing loss a couple fights ago, if I remember correctly. But you can tell, one, Henry absolutely laid it all out on the line. I mean, he went for it. Yeah. He was not fighting safe. He wasn't trying to. No, he went for it. And to Peyton's credit, I mean, you're talking about a guy who is a former USA wrestler, gold medalist, and a 2-division champ at one point. This guy is a legend, highly regarded, as they did his ceremony or his send-off video after, which I thought was pretty cool. Highly regarded as like the most successful combat fighter ever. You're in there, you're this young kid. People know you, but you're not like the most popular, but like people know who you are. They know your talent and that you got a high ceiling. But to be as confident, and you saw it. I mean, nobody saw it coming, and that reaction was absolutely priceless when he took the best wrestler in that division down. That was I'm gonna see if I can pull that up, because he takes Henry. Yeah, dude, he takes Henry Cejudo down to the ground. No one saw it coming, and then does this with his tongue. Because he's geeked that he just freaking took the man down. Let me see. Is this it right here? La 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 la. No. Let's see. Is this it? Oh my god. I'm just watching some of the highlights. I thought maybe I could find the clip of him taking down and sticking out his tongue. What a savage fight, though, man. I was a little sad because I like Cejudo. I'm a fan. I know he can get a little corny. He can get a little
king of cringe.
Whatever. He can be cringy. Like king
of cringe. That's what he called himself. King of cringe.
But a guy like him, who, again, 2-division champ. I mean, this guy has had more success than anybody.
Not to mention, he was self-proclaimed as the greatest combat sports athlete of all time, which he included his Olympic wrestling gold medal as well. So he called himself Triple C, but also he won the title at 125 against Demetrius Johnson, who is, one of the GOATs. And then wins the title from him, defends it against TJ at 125, and then goes up and beats Marlon Moraes for the title at 135, and then beats Dominic Cruz to defend it. He defended both weight classes as a double champ. So I think, and I could be wrong, you'll have to see if you could correct me on this, but I'm pretty certain he's the only one who is a double champ to defend both belts.
Oh,
so that would make him the greatest combat sports athlete of all time, not only in the UFC, but including his gold medal in the Olympics. How do you,
bro? I didn't even think about that. And if that is
DC did at light heavyweight, was a champ, but he didn't defend it at light heavyweight, and then went up to heavyweight, defended it, got the champ, and then defended it, but he only defended it at heavyweight. I'm pretty certain. I don't think he did it at both weight classes. So DC would be the only one that's relatively close. But
God, if that's true, that is that speaks to exactly what the point that you're making, that this guy This guy was the real deal. So I'm going into this fight kind of cheering more for him. Because of that. You know what I'm saying?
I had Cejudo. I was wrong. I mean, by a mile, but I think also like there's something to be said about Cejudo and his durability still to just be able to get out there and really get after it. Put on a show.
At that age,
he got picked apart, but I wasn't impressed, so to speak, with Talbot because I'm like you had a 39.
You weren't impressed with Talbot?
No, because you had a 39-year-old midget in front of you.
38.
You know, like.
But it ain't.
And you couldn't put him away.
No...
You couldn't put him away. You couldn't get a 10-8 round. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, but dude, he's not so McGregor. You know what I mean? Like he's an up and comer. He doesn't have that killer instinct yet. On the level that it needs to be to do what you're saying. And you're fighting a 2-division champ. I don't care if he took a layoff. This guy Henry is one of the best. He is in. And it's hard to say this because as soon as I think of it, I think of like 10 dudes right away. But he is in top 5 to 10 best UFC fighters of all time. Yeah. I mean, you got your Anderson Silva, your GSPs, John Jones, obviously, whatever, love him or hate him. But I mean, you got to put Henry up there, dude. This guy he's incredible, he's up there. So
he's up there.
I don't know.
I'm saying, I think with Peyton being the guy, and
like it.
Yeah,
see what it says?
Is hot.
My balls is hot.
But man, yeah, Peyton being the guy and not being able to finish Cejudo in his retirement fight. Maybe there was a bit of lack of that real hardcore attempt to finish him from Peyton.
Mm-hmm.
Not because he's incapable, but maybe because they had trained plenty of times before. They're pals. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Peyton trained at Henry's gym for a while. There was no like real animosity going into this fight. Like Henry had an immense amount of respect for Peyton and really wants to see the best of him and what's to come of his career. Maybe Peyton had a little bit of I don't want to say he was taking it easy, but like just as a byproduct of like knowing him, being like having a level of respect for him as a coach, as a leader, as somebody who's already done the damn thing all the way up to the title, winning multiple championships, defending them both. Like you got an immense amount of respect for that. And then you're in there with him. You want to win the fight, but like maybe there's this subtle like governor, because you're not trying to hold back, but there's a subtle governor that you just can't control, which is like you don't have that ferocity to kill him because you're like, I respect him so much. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It does. It makes sense. And I trying to think like I was as you're saying that, I'm like, is there a specific situation where we've seen that happen before?
Adesanya and Silva.
Yeah. That could be where my brain was going.
I would say Adesanya and Romero because that was a boring ass fight where nothing happened. But like that was more so Adesanya really respecting Romero's explosivity and power. So there was a lot of like Romero just standing there and Adesanya trying to dance around him and just nothing happened. But like I think in the Kenneth the Lap, what's up, dog?
Is he finally here?
Thanks for joining. What's up, brother? But when you watch Adesanya and Silva, is like it felt like that was much more rather than a hesitancy from Adesanya. It felt like it was much more of like he had a ton of respect for him as a fighter, as a person, as everything, and he couldn't step on the gas for some reason. You know what I mean? Whereas like I thought Adesanya at that time was way faster, way more skilled. He should have been able to put him away, and it didn't show that Adesanya had that killer kind of aspect to him in that fight. So I think it was probably similar. I guess, dude, fighting psychologically is so freaking odd. Like,
You've talked about it too, where like you don't want to hurt the guy, but your job is to hurt the guy.
Yeah.
Like that alone is a big time mental. I can imagine mental mind fuck to figure that out. Like, hey, I'm supposed to hurt him. I don't want to really hurt him. I want to beat him, but
the thing that is impressive from Talbot, if you take that perspective and you say you sprinkle that in and you say, okay, he didn't have that ferocity to finish him or want to kill him or hurt him. And so there was a bit of a governor on, and he still did what he did to him. And like, that's where it's impressive, where you're like, dang, like you kind of probably had your foot on the brake a little bit and you still pieced him up and you still really dominated.
Yeah. Which then leads into the conversation of what is next for Peyton Talbot. Who is next? Who in that bantamweight? I've already heard. Is this what I heard? No. I was thinking Sugar Sean. Was someone saying Sugar Sean and him or Sugar Sean and Sandhagen?
Sugar Sean's fighting Yadong in January.
Oh yeah.
They're going to be, those two are going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
But like,
who's
Corey
next for him?
Too much, too fast, I would think.
Yeah, I think so.
But he could. Let's see. He could entertain a fight with. I'm
gonna pull out the bantamweight rankings right now.
Yeah, pull that shit up, Jamie.
See if we can figure out. Share this tab instead.
Let's see what Katie said.
Is it
tagline for the show? Let's get ready to get naked.
I promised some people that we'd get naked, and we're letting them down.
Dude, we'd go tarps off, but to be honest, like Jeremy's in Milwaukee and it's negative 30 degrees up there, and he would have harder, bigger tits than Dents did on her last update. And
well, in that case,
it's like I don't know, 15 degrees over here, and it's been snowing.
It's cold there too. I figured, yeah.
Dude. We have like 10 inches of snow on the ground right now.
Bro, it snowed every other day here for like 2 weeks. I don't know what the hell. We've had some mild winters up until this one, probably like three to 5 years of like, it ain't too bad, and now it's just this year is like, whoa, we're making up for all of it. Is this up on the screen?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this is updated. I don't know how Peyton Talbot doesn't move up. NR, I don't know, what does NR mean? He doesn't move up after beating Henry, who apparently isn't in even the top 15 of bantamweights, which is surprising.
Peyton Talbot, everybody else moved up. Dave Martinez moved up. Ravant up one. Oliveira up one. He stayed stagnant.
He didn't move up. Who does he get in there?
I'd like to see him against Rob Font.
Yeah.
That'd be a good next fight, and then from there he could fight Batista, or Cheeto, which they might jump Rob Font altogether. Personally, like if you're to build up Peyton correctly, you'd give him Rob Font next and not Cheeto or Batista. You know what I mean? That's again too much too fast.
I mean, when you
let him get another one,
beat Henry the way you beat him. I think if you're Dana and company and you beat, I think you're more right. But when you beat the likes of Henry Cejudo and you do it pretty dominating, they're like, hey, dude, like your next fight is going to be top 6 or 7. You're going to fight whoever O'Malley, you're going to fight. Nah, probably not. So I was going to say Yadong and O'Malley, because I think that is going to set us up for possibly the next championship fight. But then this is crazy. And
I'd like to
pointed this out to me. Umar is fighting, I believe, on that first Paramount card on the undercard. He's on the prelims.
Yeah.
Umar's on the prelims. He just lost to Marab. And you're going to put him on a prelim? I thought that was very weird. But I don't know. Maybe you give him Zahabi. This guy. I think is overrated, anyways.
Yeah, I do too. But I'd like to see him versus Cheeto.
I would like to see that too. I think that would actually make for a really good fight. And I know Cheeto lost to Zahabi by split decision, so I'm sitting here talking shit about Zahabi. But I'm not sold on Zahabi. I think I don't know. He gets guys on bad days, but yeah, Cheeto, and Talbot would be a great fight.
Can you flip your background? Can you reverse it, like mirror it or something? Because it's backwards.
I did. Is it?
Yeah.
See, what's weird is I purposely was dicking around and making it backwards because when it showed up on my preview screen, it was backwards.
Yeah, I think if you view it, it should be backwards when it shows up on the screen. There we go.
That's better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now it's gone.
What the I appreciate you telling me that.
There's a stack of dildos in the background. That's all we see.
Damn it.
There it is.
So that's better, huh?
The Black Beast.
That's so freaking weird. All right. Joseph, welcome. Have we talked about butt stuff? No, but now that you're here, tell us about your first gay experience, Joe. And why did you like it so much? Anyways, yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they give Talbot. I'm high on this kid after that performance. If he's got a good head on his shoulders, which it seems like he does, he's gonna just you gotta absorb all the confidence but not let it, don't let it go to your head. But dude, I just whooped up on Henry Cejudo, and sky's the limit. Fight with that level of confidence, and I think Homeboy is gonna do some pretty cool things in the UFC. And you know what? He's a kid. He's tall, and this was kind of what I was bitching to you guys about. Is I don't like seeing tall guys fight.
I don't know why you bitch about this.
I hate it. It's like pick on dudes your own size.
Dude, my coach is
10, and you fight at 136.
My coach is 5'11". He's 135 pounder. He's got like 50 fights. He's a bad motherfucker.
I don't deny he's a bad motherfucker. He's fighting dudes that are like naturally.
He walks
Henry
around,
Cejudo.
But he walks around at like 150. Do you know what I mean? Like he's not a big guy. Like just because he's 5'11", like he's not a big guy.
I get it. I just
because you're girthy, maybe because I'm a 5'7". Yeah,
I'm 5'10", and dude, I weighed in other day, bro. I weighed in the other day.
217 pounds.
Yeah, dude. I knew that I was getting a little thicker, but I saw that and I was like,
what were you?
We got a 217.
Oh shit! I got it
on the dot.
Damn!
I thought maybe I had told you or something.
Maybe you did. Maybe I just had it in my memory. But yeah.
And I'm like, we got to go in the other direction. We got to do it fast. You
get a little gymnastics must be hating you.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? It's
anytime you got to do a pull up, you're like, oh,
it's horrible. What's actually the one movement that is really I'm still okay in those, but the one movement, if I say gymnastics wise, that's just killing me, is strict handstand push-ups. Just being upside down, all that weight coming down, you know what I mean? I'm dog shit right now at them. So I want to see if I can get down to a healthy 190 and see how that treats me. Maybe even lighter.
Chest to bar, dude. Chest to bar, because I got
chest to bar. Get you?
Yeah, I got bad shoulders anyway, and the descent. I walk around at 185.
Okay.
190 if I'm fat, and that descent off the chest to bar. I can't. I'm not a high level pro high rocks athlete like Jeremy. So I can't control the descent because I choose not to, because I don't have the capacity in those pull-ups.
Sure.
So I can't really control it. So I just drop and then come back up and drop because I don't want to use any muscle expenditure to control myself down and have a good smooth rhythm. So I'm like, ka-kank, ka-kank, ka-kank. And then by the end of it, my shoulders are ripped apart. I know it's more lat and stuff, but that posterior deltoid gets destroyed, just
shredded.
Yeah, because unless I'm fighting at 155 and I'm walking around at 170, 175, then I can do gymnastics pretty freaking
just
really
crushing
good.
it.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
5'9" as fuck, dude.
Okay, 5'9". Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Joseph says my shoulders are shot, muscle ups kill me. Joseph, that's because you're 65 years old. So I mean, when you get old, your shoulder. Actually, I have no idea how old Joseph is. I do know, and I want to say congrats to your one of your kids. One of your adult children look like they ranked up. They got promoted. Joseph's 46. Okay, so here we go. Joseph is 46, and it looked like one of his daughters. What the hell happened? Did they get promoted? Is that what I saw? Or did they enlist? I think they were already in, and you were pinning them. So yeah, I think they got.
That's cool.
So congrats.
That's really cool.
I don't have adult kids yet. Dylan doesn't have adult kids yet. So like my mind, I was watching this damn video of like dads turning around and seeing their daughters on wedding days, and I'm like, I am not ready for that. Like, so yeah, so she was promoted. That's what it was. She was promoted to first lieutenant in the Army, which is badass. She doesn't have to get made fun of being a butter bar anymore. So that is
right.
Huge.
Yeah. And then on top of that too, smart decision being an officer. I mean,
yes.
my goodness,
yes.
smart decision.
Yes.
I don't know if Ramirez was enlisted, but like if he was, I'm sure he's like, heck yeah.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
Because you're already making as much as the E5. Like,
yep. And the authority you get, like when you see an officer, and same, I'm sure in the Marines, they can be a first lieutenant, which isn't that high, and you're just started, right. But you're like, attention, fucking salute, everything, it's crazy. Kenneth,
I like to see this
is a little horny tonight, just mouth stuff so far. Okay.
Yeah, you got a foreplay.
Tell us more, Kenneth. Tell us more. I want to know about this. I want to know this mouth stuff that you got going on.
Ramirez says I was in.
Sorry, I just deleted.
I was enlisted. She got the smarts from her mom. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
We both could kind of figure that, Joseph.
No, that's cool. Congratulations, good for her. That's awesome. And then having the ability to pin her as well, and then. I would imagine, Ramirez, you got to let us know in the chat, like where you heard first salute as well, because I got to be a first salute for a really, really close buddy of mine, and that was like a really cool experience.
That's an amazing experience.
And
just
so
not ready for that with my kids, man.
You know what I mean?
I just can't. I mean, think of your daughter's so young, and you got another one coming. Like I'm sure, like you can't even fathom it. But like I got a 13-year-old,
awesome, dude.
I got a 13-year-old, and I'm like, she's getting older, and I'm 5 years away from like some of these adult things, a kid, and I'm like, I'm not ready for it, dude. I cry too much, and I'm too immature. So the deadly combination, man. I ain't prepared for this,
dude. I cry.
You gotta help me.
I cry, dude. I don't know what it is. Like I just I have such a
do that, man.
I think and really when the waterworks started flying was when I had a kid. I think that I was a little sensitive before then, but then like when I had a kid, I understood life a lot more. I understood. Yeah,
I was like you in the sensitive, but like I never showed the sensitive.
Yeah.
Until dude, I'll tell you when my first child was born, I remember weeping like happy tears uncontrollably, so much to the point that the nurses were asking me if I was okay. I went out to her family and my family and all my brothers and all the siblings. And I'm still crying, like, is everything okay? And I'm like, I just have never experienced happiness like this, ever in my life. Like, and that's how it was for all three kids. Just all three kids came out. I was, I think, a little bit less and less emotional, but still just a babbling brook. And I'm like, what is this? Like, this ain't me. And now, from that point to now, man, I'll go to a damn I at my son's band concert this past week, and I'm like tearing up and like,
that crushed me, yeah, for sure,
it, man.
Yeah, that's
Joseph, he had to shave. He had an epic beard going on. 18 months. Did I notice that in your pictures? I did notice that in your pictures.
Wow. I mean, were you in when you pinned her, or did you just shave for the ceremony aspect of it because you were probably in uniform?
Yeah, I think it was just maybe even
so cool to be so belligerent if you're retired.
Yeah.
Just throw back
he had a beard like down
beard,
here,
like full beard.
Yeah, that Harley Davidson beard.
Yeah,
kind of says he'd go and he'd still go enlisted if he could go back. Hey, some dudes, some guys, some girls are just more cut out for being enlisted than they are officer.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe less.
The coolest is when you see the coolest officers you ever see in the military are guys who are like in the Marines. I don't know if they have the same kind of acronym program for everything else. MESEP, Mustang is what they're called when you're enlisted prior, and then you go officer. But the coolest of officers are warrant officers because they're exclusively enlisted until E6. Typically, and then those
are always the coolest guys. There's something about
because they just get to be belligerent officers. And all the other commission officers, they got to be all proper and fucking
these guys are like the grunt of the officers, but they still held so much respect, like
Yeah.
those are some of my favorite. I still remember some of my warrant officers. They were just amazing, dude. Can only do gangster stuff with boys if you're enlisted.
It's true.
There's some truth.
Can't fraternize, KD. Can't fraternize.
Yeah. Joseph agrees.
Mustangs are the real
Mustangs
bros.
are real bros. Amen to that. All right, let's move on to this action figure, 12-year-old boy that just fucked up Brandon Moreno. But let's first, are we both in agreement? Let me get this all out. I'll make it quick. I know I yap a lot. It was an early stoppage. It was an early stoppage. However, if 2 or 3 more shots had been landed, Moreno would have been officially out. I will die on that hill that it was an early stoppage, but had you let that go and there were 3 to 5 more significant strikes as Moreno was down, that the fight would have been over.
Okay, so before we move on, Ramirez says, I was 18 months retired, and I had to shave to put back on my uniform for the first salute. Congratulations. That's awesome. Congratulations on the retirement and collecting that paycheck, but also, doing the damn thing, putting the uniform back on and shaving the face probably felt good, and the first time you ever really liked or enjoyed shaving your face.
Right. Every other time
for that ceremony, I was so fortunate enough that I couldn't really grow facial hair, so I always bicked it, dry shave, easy. Morning of kind of, it was just a few freaking little hairs. But
I should have got put on profile. I never did. I get the bumps and stuff, but I just
did you have a shave shit? All the brothers,
I never got one. No,
all the brothers in my unit had shave shits because they would freaking just get ate up, dude.
But I figured it out after a while how to do it, and I couldn't straight razor. I just had to get the electric Norelco, whatever, and then after, and I still got to do it to this day. I just douse. I have to douse almost like I'll put an initial layer of special lotion or whatever. And I'll put an initial layer, and then I have to
lube, Jeremy.
Yeah, I got to put my lube on my neck, but then I have to put more on and just kind of let it soak in. Otherwise, this shit goes.
What do? You get the flat iron out, you get the straightener and straighten your beard out before you shave it. Is that what it is? You clip it with scissors first and then get
this.
In there?
This I had to clip with scissors because I think my thing is just old. One of the things I have, my trimmer is just too old, so I'm just doing the whole. And I'm like, all right, this ain't working. I got no other choice. I grabbed my scissors, clipped it, and then took the Norelco thing or whatever that thing is. And shaved it off. But yeah, I remember having to do that, but yeah, all the dudes had kind of half beards. All the brothers had half beards because
it looked like
black
hell,
thing, man.
Look like hell. Look like hell. It's a good thing that they freaking have that in the military because the military is gay enough that you would think they'd be like shave anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just keep shaving.
Yeah,
shut your mouth.
Bleed. But anyway, to get back to it,
you don't agree that it was early? Come on.
No,
how was it not early?
I do agree it was early. For a guy like Brandon Moreno, I think like anybody else lower ranked or hasn't been a title holder or contender, it was a perfect stoppage. But for the likes of Brandon Moreno, somebody his caliber who's been there, been hurt, been in wild wars, held the title, is still young, a lighter guy, by the way. This is an important thing we got to recognize here. These guys are tiny as fuck. So they don't possess a whole lot of real kinetic energy to really damage you. Obviously, guys have been put away, they've been hurt, and yeah, I know. But with the lighter guys, as a ref, you should always just be like, and now it was one of the best of all time refs
you think he's one of the best of all time?
Oh yeah. And meanwhile, I can't remember his fucking name.
I don't remember his name either.
Australian cat. He's
it wasn't
jiu-jitsu. Was it Herzog?
No, this was the black guy, the black bald dude.
Oh fuck! It was Mark. Not
Goddard.
Not Goddard. No, I was thinking it was Goddard. It's Mark. Fuck.
Hold on, I'm gonna. Can you see the bald black fella there?
Yeah.
That's who it was. And he's not bad.
No,
I don't think he's a bad ref.
Air Force pilot, by the way.
Is he really?
Yeah. Well, was.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But Mark Smith.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a great ref. But yeah, early stoppage, especially for the weight class. Like, you got to know as a ref, you got to go in there and you got to be reminding yourself as shit's hitting the fan. You got to be reminding yourself these are little boys fighting. Like, they're not going to, especially with the caliber of Moreno, give him a shot, dude. Give him a shot. And
that's a very, very good point. Yes.
Let him get worked for a little bit. It's not gonna end his career. It's not gonna. I mean, coming from a fighter, I want to see the refs protect the fighters from themselves for sure. Absolutely. But like, you gotta give this guy who's earned it, who's been there at the top for a long time, you gotta give him a shot. Let him hang out for a minute. Agree. And I know it's not a title fight, but like, let him hang out.
For those still watching, this is the end of the fight. You got Tiara on top of him, and he's raining him down. And Mark is there. He's there, but he's raining him down. But Brandon is still, he's scooting back. He's turning over. He's moving. And then look right away, and you can't see it from that angle. But Moreno looks up and says, "Really?" And you're a fighter, and I've watched it long enough that we've seen that countless times.
I've been in that position.
Right. And you look up and you look up and Savan just texts me, ref needs to take a step back. That bitch should have punched him.
Tell that motherfucker to get in the chat or fucking jump on the fucking link or something. Don't be texting you on the side like you're a fucking side piece girlfriend. Tell that little short Armenian to grow a pair of balls and get the fuck on the chat or get the fuck on here and let's fight about it because I'm ready. I'm a fucking beer and a half in, dude. I'm ready. Let's go.
What are you drinking tonight?
Mick Ultra. Sponsored by, you know what I mean? Look, the thing was he was moving. He was continuing. He wasn't doing a great job at defending the shots here and here, but he was trying to get base up and get to a seated position, start protecting, and he was there as it got stopped. So it's to me, if the fighter's moving and or defending themselves, like it's very difficult to err on the side of like caution and be like, I need to stop it. Like, no, he's lucid, he's conscious, he's moving around, he's defending himself, like he's sitting up, he's actively trying to get out of that position. Let him get out of that position, and if he can't, you're gonna see him get dropped back down, and at that point when he starts receiving more shots, then you call it. Right. But so it's hard to find that balance. But with the lighter guys, there has to be more grace. There has to be more grace. I was in a fight at 185, dude. And from the get-go of the fight, I tripped and the freaking giant vanilla gorilla, who was a D1 champion, fucking jumped on my back. And I was fighting him off for a minute and a half, getting my fucking ass whipped, dude. And those ground and pound shots from the back, those are like very disorienting. But I was still lucid. I was still there. I was trying to cover up. I was trying to move. And as I was moving, boom, 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 boom. And I was able, and the ref was telling me, he was coaching me. He was like, you got to keep moving, keep defending yourself, or I'm going to stop it. And you can hear that shit, even though you're tuned up a little bit. And so you're like, okay, I'm moving, and I was doing everything I could. And I eventually was sitting there, got up seated position. I was fighting off chokes and he ended up getting the best of me and choking me. I lost that fight. But my point is, I've been there with a much larger guy, and like I know how it feels to get hit in that position. It's like you're not in incredible danger. You're definitely in danger. You feel me? Like it can go sideways quick, but like you gotta just let him fight. Let a result actuate without your intervention. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, and again, your point of who Moreno is cannot be understated. You're talking about one of the best to ever do it, an absolute savage, a title holder, title
KDL,
defender.
I was taking back shots like a motherfucker, dude. And let me tell you, it was fun. No loop.
Hey, I don't know why, but my phone's not letting me text him. I text him the link one-on-one, but not in our little group text that we have with him. So if you can send him a link to the show, because he's old and stupid.
Ramirez says
that kind of help.
That's not beer. Might as well be drinking Bud Light. Well, I am trans, so maybe I do have Bud Light in the fridge too.
KDL. Joseph. You know who Dylan is at this point. You've been here enough. I mean, come on.
Rear naked, baby.
Let's be nice to our trans friend.
My work here is done. Does that mean KDL's pieced out? See ya, KDL.
Shots from the book.
That's fair.
So the fallout from this fight is interesting because it's going to tie right into this fight. Am I sharing this still? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to tie right into one of the most dominant flyweight champions of all time, in Pantoja, versus a very, very promising up-and-comer in Joshua Van. And I wanted to pull this up and show this, what happened. But I'm going to tell you guys, if you're still here listening, look this up yourself, because I don't want to watch it again. It's that effed up that my brain, I just look at it and every time I'm like, oh. So we're going to tie a few things together here, because then there's a fallout from this fight, what the doctors and what Dana White were saying about this fight. So basically what happens is you have Pantoja, who is defending his belt for, I want to say, the 5th time in a row, versus up-and-comer Joshua Van, who's just through. He has really rocketed it up, and deservingly so. Fight starts. As you can see, it only went 26 seconds. So you got each guy. I would say Pantoja is being pretty aggressive. He's quote-unquote piecing up Joshua. Joshua's returning it, so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden you have Pantoja, the champ, goes for this right kick, right? Kind of lands, but kind of really doesn't. Joshua
the right high kick.
The right high kick. Goes for a right high kick. Sort of lands, sort of doesn't. Doesn't really damage Joshua. Joshua catches it and kind of steps forward, resulting in Pantoja going backwards, putting his left arm down. And again, like I said, go watch it. His left elbow just goes directions it should not have ever gone. And when you're watching it live, and I'm sure you could say the same thing. So what happens, boom, his elbow does all sorts of stuff. He ends up on his back with his legs up and his arm is across his belly. And he starts doing like a stop. And we're like, Joe Rogan, all the guys are like, what's going on? Like, what is he doing? And the referee steps in, calls it. And then they show the replay. Woo! And you could see what happened. So Mr. Joshua Van gets the win, which is also controversial because many say it should have been a no contest. I don't know how you feel about that. We'll talk about that in a second. But Joshua Van then gets the belt. Pantoja is just like distraught, I think pain started to set in and everything. He kind of exits fairly quickly. It's kind of a whole scene. Joshua's celebrating, in my opinion, a little bit too much because he didn't really win. The guy popped his freaking elbow out. He's in the ring, first champion from Myanmar, wherever the hell that is. Super like, yeah. And then as the night goes on, it's like they forgot Pantoja was the champion, or has been this dominant champion, and they already started talking about Joshua and Tatsuro fighting in Japan for the belt sometime next year, and like super hyped on it, super like, oh, it's gonna be great. And I'm like, hold on, we don't even know the severity. Like, it looks serious, but we don't know the severity of what Pantoja did to his elbow. Then after, in the press conference, and I don't know if you saw this, but I'm just like, gaslighting happens a lot. We get gaslit by the government. Maybe you get gaslit in your relationship. Maybe your boss gaslights you. But like, Dana White's talking, and he says, yeah, he the doctors told me he popped his shoulder out, and they put his shoulder back in. We're like, what, shoulder? He's like, yeah. It was a shoulder. We thought it might have been the elbow, but it was actually his shoulder. I'm like, bro, we all can go back and look at this. That was his elbow. That was not his shoulder. And that narrative was spun up for a while that it was just his shoulder. It wasn't that bad, blah, blah, blah. And that's been debunked. Thank God. It took a few days, and like MMA Guru and a couple other people were like, yeah, no. It's definitely his shoulder. And they got confirmation or his elbow, excuse me. Then it was, okay, we're hearing it's not that bad and that Pantoja could be back in as little as 4 months. Of course, that would be pretty quick, not only to just recover from, and you just had an elbow injury, so you know better than anybody, not only to just recover from, but then to go through a proper camp to then fight Joshua again. That it's not like, oh, my elbow's better, let's fight. Now I gotta strengthen it. I gotta strengthen everything else that's been lacking. I gotta get my conditioning, all the things. So I just thought it was a crazy sequence of events. I mean, I'm happy for a guy like Joshua, but like, I don't know. I feel like if Pantoja can come back in a respectable amount of time, you gotta give him. I mean, if there was ever a rematch that had to happen, this has to happen before we move on too fast to letting Tatsuro fight for the belt. All that being said, what do you think?
I think let's address Van, and then let's address the injury. With Van, in regards to Van, for one, I don't think you wait for Pantoja because ball don't lie. So
What do you mean?
You got the title. Go ahead and defend it. And Pantoja will be back to reclaim what's his. Do you know what I mean? And so ball don't lie. It doesn't affect Pantoja at all. Let him recover. And Van, good on him. I mean, he did one hell of a freaking skyrocket to the top sort of deal. Look, nobody wants to win the title that way. He did give it that respect, but you can't bash the dude for being stoked about being the new title holder. And here's why it's justified as to why he actually is the title holder. Joshua Van caught a head kick that was thrown by his opponent, and then his next move was what caused the injury.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that when we saw Curtis Blades and fucking Tom Aspinall threw a kick and stepped back and his knee blew apart. That's different. That's just something that like Aspinall shit broke and it was his move, his step. It had nothing to do with Blades' attack. Right?
How did they rule Anderson Silva's shin breaking on Weidman's leg? Was that a no contest?
That's Weidman defending that kick. He checked the kick.
That's a win. That was I don't remember. That was
he won the title
for one.
Yeah, he won the title. Well, he defended it. He won the title.
That's what it was. He had already won it. Yeah.
And then he defended it because listen, you're defending that shot. Sure. If I break my hand off of your fucking forearm because you blocked it, you know what I mean? And then like now my hand is fucked and I can't use it, and then you fuck me up from there. Just because it doesn't happen instantaneously doesn't mean like what happened didn't happen and that's why you won the fight. It's like it's just a part of fighting. He threw a kick, Joshua Van caught it. No, it wasn't his intention or plan to like break his elbow on the way down. It was like, no, this is how I'm gonna defend it. I'm gonna drive forward, treetop his ankle, so he has to go inverted and then catch himself. And it's a takedown, so to speak. And on that takedown that Joshua Van took there, it injured fucking Pantoja, and that's just the fucking nature of the beast. Dude, I lost a fight by getting cut and it got stopped due to doctor stoppage, and I lost that fight. Like I didn't like the guy who hit me didn't
sound like you were doing pretty well too, right?
Yeah. And
the
guy who hit me didn't intend to cut me. The result was a cut, but like his intention was to hurt me. And however that might transpire, and it'll culminate in the way it does because of impact, freak shit, just shit happens. And, you're bleeding out and then like people stop it. And
minus like an eye poke or getting kicked in the ball.
An eye poke is a foul. An eye poke is a foul. Right. Nut shot is a foul. It's different, right?
But outside of those, I hear what you're saying. 100%.
So what Joshua Van did, it's no different than Dustin Poirier breaking Conor McGregor's leg. He checked a bunch of kicks before that compromised his shin. His shin might have already been compromised going into the fight. That was the rumor. But like Poirier was checking those fucking leg kicks, and his leg snapped. Like that's a good thing on Poirier. Like he inflicted that damage. So, I mean, like that's the nature of, yes, he did actually win. Okay. It's not the way anyone wants to win because you want to see the fight transpire. But like, what's that different than maybe a fucking check left hook where like dude comes in aggressive with a crazy combination and you kind of cover up and then you're like, like get the fuck away from me. And you smoke him and knock him out. You know, it's like, I don't know. That's just his freak too. You know what I mean? That's kind of like you were trying to defend yourself and like touch him to get the fuck out of there. You didn't know in your heart of hearts, like this is going to put him away. You're just trying to answer to the shit storm that's coming at you. And some people have been flatlined by that. It's like that can happen the first 60 seconds of the fight, first 30 seconds of the fight. What would be different if Joshua Van knocked him out cold, you know, on some shit like that? We wouldn't be talking about this, right? It's so lackluster and it's just an unfortunate result. Because we're like, there was still more to be fought. Whereas like a knockout's so definitive, right? But it's like this is definitive too because what's the same thing with a knockout and an injury like this is that you can no longer continue fighting based off of the damage that your opponent inflicted on you. That's why he won. Does that make sense? So just because it's not a knockout, he still inflicted the damage and he could no longer continue. So Van wins. And it's shitty. But it's the same result. It's the same result. So, and then the weird thing. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, hello.
You guys doing a watch along?
Well, I don't know.
We should, though.
But
yeah, geez, the fights are on, dude.
Yeah.
Is it the early prelims?
Early.
Like, too early for me.
Sevi only watches the free shit.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true.
Who's on right now? So we got. Is it the? Let me refresh this. Who's fighting right now?
Dang! Look at those pull-ups. Not your father's pull-ups. Come on, son.
We got Alan Fry and Guilherme Pat. Is that who's fighting right now?
Yeah. Did you watch those girls fight?
No, I was gonna say, how was that fight?
Oh, wow. I mean, the fucking ref was all up in their shit. I'm like, dude, take a step back for fuck's sake. It looked like he was gonna break it up for like 30 seconds. It's like, hey, if you're gonna break it up, break it up. If not, step back.
Who was the who's the judge? Who's the ref?
A regular. I forget his name. Old guy. Regular. He's a good judge. He gets
Is it the black one that was Moreno and Tiaro?
No, white dude. Kind of gray. Kind of like. Kind of looks like he's probably Irish or some shit.
Okay.
Chris Tione.
I don't remember.
We were talking about Moreno and Tiara.
Look at Sevi getting after it.
I'm in the middle of a workout.
Getting after it. Multitasking.
So would you say, we just had this conversation and Dylan had a really cool explanation. Would you say Moreno and Tiara, that was stopped early, 1, and 2, if it was stopped early, it still would have ended with maybe 3 to 5 more heavy shots?
I forget. I'm trying to remember what the guy looked like who fought Moreno. Here's my deal. I always love an early stoppage. I hate seeing beatdowns because there's always a beatdown that's so bad that makes me think, hey, I should stop watching the sport. But Moreno's crazy tough. He's like next level tough. So maybe I don't know if you could ever say he's out.
And he's Mexican. Those dudes don't get knocked out.
Yeah, he's weird. He looks like a cyborg. He might be gay. He might be gay.
Gay.
Those Mexicans, they don't get knocked out, but they do get deported. So they get taken out either way. Either way, they're out.
Yeah. Tatsuda was an undercover ICE agent is what happened.
Seb, what do you think of Pantoja it being a loss instead of like a no contest. Getting
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because it's like a mistake on his fault. You know what I mean? Like how he chose to fall. I mean, it sucks. I do hope Brandon Royale gets to wins this fight tonight and gets to beat up on that kid.
I mean,
yeah, Royval's nasty, and I think he could jack up the little Japanese kid. Here's the thing that you don't stop those fights. Like I was saying earlier, you don't stop those fights. Those kids are the size of Avi. Like they're not gonna pack a incredible kinetic energy punch to where like someone's gonna get really, really hurt if it's not stopped.
Yeah, you're probably right. A few times I've seen fights go too long, and it makes me be like, man, do I want to watch this sport?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are tough to watch, and you kind of shake your head like, ref, what are you doing? Like you could see because the fighter is going to keep going, right, Dylan? I mean, you're a fighter. You
yeah. The ref is supposed to protect the fighter from himself.
Yeah, so it's like you see too early and then you see too late. I guess I'd choose too early, but I just hated seeing a guy like Moreno, who's been a champ, who's so successful, be called like that. I was like, I don't know, man.
How about Vance? Is that his name? Joshua Vance not punching Pantoja when he was on the ground.
Yeah.
That was
class act.
Yep.
Yeah, that was very, very Joseph Ramirez. What up, brother? Oh shit, Sebby in the house. Yeah, that was incredibly class act. I give him a lot of credit, but then at the same time, I don't know what you guys. I think he saw what happened or heard what happened. You know, like I would argue that Joshua, he's dumping him like that. He sees or hears. And like he's like, oh shit, I should probably stop. You know,
Sebi, that exact same injury happened to me about 15 weeks ago.
Was it your shoulder or your elbow?
No, it was my elbow. It completely. Now here's the thing.
Some dude
Pantoja's elbow dislocated and then reduced immediately. And reduced is the medical term of like it went back into fucking place where it's supposed to be. My shit broke in half. I was able to scratch the back of my head, like. That's how far back it was.
Did you have surgery, Dylan?
I didn't have to, fortunately enough. I had a bunch of tears in the tendons and ligaments, but like nothing detached. So it was just a bunch of rehab and just healing. It took me about 10 weeks to come back from it. I think Pantoja's was not so severe because mine folded completely backwards. So all the strain on the ligaments were like severe. So it took a while for me to come back. I think Pantoja can come back in a few weeks.
Hey, how about when we saw the 10th Planet dude get armbarred into fucking a 45-degree angle and he didn't tap? The crazy dude, tire flipper, fucking nut job. SoCal.
Colby?
Who?
No,
Colby
Colby.
Covington?
No, he's not a Planet guy.
No, not Charles Oliveira. I always forget this dude's name. You know what I'm talking about. He won like 17 fights in a row, and then he was supposed to fight Khabib like 5 times, and he never did.
You're talking about Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, remember when Ferguson got his shit fucking...
Yeah.
And he didn't tap, and they let the fight go on?
Yeah. He's hypermobile. John Jones actually had his arm dislocated as well when he fought Vitor Belfort. And it went back into place because he fought off the armbar long enough. So it was actually dislocated and went back into place. And then he Kimura'd Vitor in the next round. So it's happened in fights before where you can continue, but that was a little bit of a dislocation and I think his shoulder probably dislocated too. I mean, it wouldn't shock me.
I wouldn't shock me.
Medical reports.
You heard that, Seb, the Dana White talking about, no, it was his shoulder. It was his shoulder. It was like, no, it was clearly his elbow. So it's been debunked. I don't know if there's like a language mistranslation when they told Dana, but he was confident. He's like, yeah, I thought it was his elbow, but no, it was his shoulder. And then like a few days later, like MMA Guru and all them like cleared that up that it actually was his elbow.
Hey, are you doing Cindy right now?
No, I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, I think it could have been both, dude. I think he could have had a shoulder dislocation as well. That kind of impact and I think the elbow probably reset when he folded his arm up like this, and he probably still had a dislocated shoulder. So
I'm doing 8 push-ups on the minute, and then alternating minute 8 pull-ups for 26 rounds. So it just ends up being like 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups.
Hey, dude, if anybody's ever told you they've done more than 20 rounds, they're lying.
I agree.
Oh shit!
I agree. I agree.
Stop.
Yeah,
Stop
I agree.
it.
I
Dude,
agree.
I'm gonna do Cindy the next week. I'm gonna record the whole thing. I'm gonna post it on this YouTube channel, and you guys can see me get 25 rounds standing all of my squats up. I promise you.
Hey, how about Justin Medeiros popping in today? Holy shit!
That was crazy. That shit was crazy.
Holy
I
shit!
can't believe that he popped in, dude. Like, that blew my fucking mind. Justin Medeiros, of all the people that have kind of got on the shit list, if you will, he's the last
I
one
sent him
ever thought would
I sent him a text afterwards. I said, "Hey, meet me behind Fuddruckers. I owe you one."
Yes, dude.
I said, "I owe you one, playa."
That was
Dude.
awesome. And you guys gave him his credit too. Which was really cool. Like, I mean, Taylor could have been an asshole to him, but like, you guys like gave him credit, thanked him, like, "Hey man, thanks for coming on here."
Hey,
I was wondering
and we've clowned on Dallas and Ellie too, and they both showed their faces. I give them mad props for that.
Heck yeah!
For sure. I was gonna say I thought maybe Ellie was gonna like stay off camera or something, but no, she was on and she was letting that peach be seen. That's for sure. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
I saw it.
No comment.
Yeah, that was really, really, really cool.
I saw it.
Damn, that show yesterday though with Taylor's story. Good God, man.
Hey, dude, I listened to it after. I cried like a bitch, dude.
Yeah, that's
I
tough.
tried so hard not to. I'm like, nope, and I'm like, nah, fuck it, whatever. Tears.
I've had 2 miscarriages. It's so unfathomable.
You ever had one like that where you held the baby?
No.
Yeah, that shit. I never heard of that. That shit, and then he took the baby home.
Yeah, my sister.
Hey, that was smart. That was smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You need
100%.
emotional. You need to feel it all the way, so you're not like left with nothing.
dude, that show is wild. It was crazy what it all uncovered, and then to be honest, I think there was that big human side of Taylor that was shown there in earnest and in a very, very extremely vulnerable position, and then I think people realize he's human, and then guys like Medeiros come on because they're like, oh, like I had this presupposition of who he was. You know, and it's like, no, he's just a regular guy. And then
so you think it could be like maybe not Justin directly watched the show yesterday, but or maybe he did, and he's like, you know what? Yeah,
and 6 G's, dude, $6,000 a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money. Hell yeah,
yeah,
hell yeah.
Especially when that shit's Venmo to you, you don't got to pay tax on it.
Yeah, for sure. What an epic last couple of shows, though. Holy.
What round are you on right now?
This is round 20. I want to do these push-ups. It'll be 24.
How are you counting it? You got an abacus somewhere or what?
Yeah, I got the. I got a clock somewhere.
Oh shit, that's fucking insane.
Hey, going back to the Justin thing too. It was. I was surprised that he quit. It was really cool that he showed up. What fuck? I forget. Oh, the dynamic range that Taylor has is crazy. Are you familiar with that term, dynamic range, in terms of like cameras? What it means in cameras?
No.
So basically, you know when you know like you're inside a room and it's dark and it's bright outside, you can get naked and no one on the outside can see you.
Yeah, do it all the time.
So yeah, like my kids will change in the car on a sunny day and they'll be like, "We don't want anyone to see me." I'm like, "No one can see in here. It's fucking noon outside." That's because your eye has a certain dynamic range. It can only see so much into the shadows and so much light because of the aperture of the eyeball, right?
Yeah, and you got to open that aperture.
So you only have like a certain bandwidth. So as much of a like it lets you see that I don't want to call it that assholeness, but some people would call it assholeness. But that aggression and intensity that Taylor has is who he is.
Yeah.
And it shows itself in all sorts of ways. And he's always real. And that was just another real side of him that we saw. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I like this view.
Probably shouldn't just show you guys the hog like that. Someone will get
No, I'm really liking it.
someone will ejaculate on me.
I gotta say, two of the coolest things that I think you've done a lot of good shit over for a long period of time. But two of the coolest things was one, friending Hiller, and two, friending Taylor. Those two combined are forces of nature.
Yeah,
From Hiller's content and his straightforward, just this is what it is, Like, I don't care if grandma is doing a high rock, she still has to squat to standard because there have to be standards and blah, blah, blah. To Taylor's ability, like you said, to just go anywhere and just like it's refreshing. I say it all the time that level of authenticity is missing in the CrossFit space big time. And to get it from those two guys, well, from all three of you guys is amazing. It's a treat. It's a treat.
Dude, Sebby, what kind of contraption do you have going on right now that's following your face?
I don't know. That might be just something that's in StreamYard. Was it like going up and down and shit?
No, well, like every time you'll set up the phone in position where you're on your knees, and then you lay down to do a push up, and you come out of frame for a second, and the camera adjusts itself to.
Oh, that's StreamYard or something having some automatic zoom crop shit.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah,
it's crazy cool. But no, dude, you're right. Yeah, Taylor has only people have seen that one side of him, but to see all the other stuff, and then to see that aggression transpire into the workout as well, where we didn't know as the audience, we didn't know anything that he had gone through against James Sprague. He comes up and shows out fitter than he's ever looked, crushes James Sprague. And that's part of that thing that he has. That
no blackjack, no hands over $50. Relax, Monica.
Were they playing Texas Hold'em or something?
No, they're doing magic tricks.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Nice. Do you want to review the last fight with us, or you got to get going?
By the way, I agree with that, and I appreciate you recognizing that, Dylan. Yeah, his fitness, to maintain his fitness through that shit. I'm not playing with Legos. I'm doing a UFC show.
But then he leveraged it. He leveraged that terrible tragedy that happened to him, and just completely focused it all into that workout. It's like nobody's gonna beat it. Rich couldn't have beat him on that day.
Right.
Well, maybe Rich,
I would have beat him if I called him, but I was
tied up. Hey, what do you think about Derek Lewis and that rando that's just showing up in the UFC knocking motherfuckers out?
Waldo?
Yeah.
I think Derek Lewis might be taking a nap soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think Waldo's too big and aggressive. And I think Derek's too slow.
I was going to say, if it's anything, it's that Derek's a little too slow.
Really? Isn't Derek fast? He's so explosive. He's got a flying knee.
He was
against a way slower guy. I mean, like, I'm an H-Town fan. I love Houston fighters. I love Derek Lewis, but I don't think he has it anymore. There was a point in time he could have beat Waldo, but Waldo's just on a fucking tear. And I think Derek, it's hit or miss with him. It's too hit or miss, and Waldo's just on a fucking tear.
I think Waldo's in worse shape than Derek Lewis.
Probably after this first round, and I don't think it gets outside of that.
Marab and Peter Yan.
Yeah, we're just about to talk about that. The one we're
complete
about to
dismantling.
See?
Complete dismantling.
Just crazy.
It's beautiful.
That's the only way you can describe that is that, and everyone's saying Peter figured him out. He figured him out. No one else has been able to figure out how to not get taken down repeatedly and owned. And Jan not only figured it out.
Hey, Jan had 6 takedowns himself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, when he picked him up and slammed Marab on his head, I was like, what is happening?
I said this when we reviewed it. I said that Jan had a broken hand the first time they fought. He threw it 3 times.
That was the rumors, yeah.
In the first time they fought, they threw it 3 times. How much did he throw it this time? I mean, he was smoking him with it. And with having that full confidence, being fully healthy as you can be going into a title fight, I mean, Jan was the guy to beat him originally, and he was broken. He was compromised, and he was ready to get his get back. And not only to mention, he won the title 3-4 years prior, lost it, and came back and won it again. It's never happened before. That's a
crazy stat that he only threw 3 rights in the first fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I don't want to say he got completely dismantled. He did pick Peter Yan up. He did get in some shots. He clearly never got in his groove. And I don't think that's Merab's fault. I think that's Peter Yan's credit, as much as it hurts to say that. But it wasn't. There's Duplessis got owned by Hamzat. Although Hamzat should be really embarrassed that that the fight went the distance.
To do that to somebody and to not be able to finish them is crazy.
Is absolutely bizarre.
Wild.
And I would say that Islam shut De La Maddalena down. Not as bad as Hamzat did to Duplessis, but shut him down, and should also be a little embarrassed that he couldn't finish it with how much ground time he had.
Yeah, for sure.
But Peter Yan, like, as great as Merab is, I think Merab did great. He got beat. I mean, he got beat up.
Yeah. But he never.
I don't know how Peter's face. How is Peter's face not fucked up?
It was.
Yeah, I mean, that was surprising. It was, but it wasn't.
Some swelling, but like nothing immediately after. You see the comparison of them standing there getting the hand raised. Like Peter Yan looked.
It was marginal at best, man.
Like, well, I'm just saying, like post fight, he had some scratches and some bruises.
Merab's face looked like pizza, man. I'll tell you, this is a crazy stat to me. I'm sure you guys will probably agree, but going into this, the odds, and we talked about it when we previewed it, odds were Merab was a -485 favorite.
Wow,
that's huge,
crazy.
You don't see a guy. Agreed, and Jan's a +370 underdog. You don't see a guy that heavily favored lose that bad. I think we talked about this the last time we saw that happen. I don't remember how many years ago it was. Usman and Tyrone Woodley. Tyrone Woodley was the champ, and Usman murdered him for 5 rounds. I mean, Woodley didn't get – it was way worse than –
Woodley just fell apart at the end of his career. I mean, completely fell apart.
Off the edge. I'm glad he gracefully bowed out when he could see the writing on the wall.
Hey, here's the thing, dude. If Peter – like, the beating Merab put on Peter Yan would have been a win in 99 out of 100 fights. It was just that Yan put such even more of a fucking impressive beating back on Merab. But going back to the face – Peter Yan did not look like a dude who was in a 5-round fight.
Mm-hmm.
No.
With a tornado. It's not like Merab. I mean, Merab was getting shit off everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know what's more impressive is the fact that he figured Merab out and just, turned his face into dog shit, or that he could take an ass kicking too. Peter Yan can take an ass, because to your point, if Merab does that to anybody else, and we've seen it happen, he's kicking their ass. But
yeah, he's
able to just absorb.
Well, he's rolling with punches. He's nullifying the takedowns. His hips are out. Merab ran him across the ring to put on a show. Good for Merab. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. But as he went to slam him on the mat, Peter Yan's hips were already out before he ever hit the mat. He was already popping up before he ever hit the mat. And that was the story of every single takedown that night. And then Peter Yan decided to spike Merab on his head. I thought Merab was knocked out when he hit the canvas that
Me too.
And he might have been. He might have been for a split second, went out, came back. Shit happens like
most any other guy would have been. That would have been the end of the fight.
But to your point, you're right. That ass whip, it wasn't Merab wasn't without success, certainly, and he never stopped coming. He always kept pushing the pace and stayed on the gas pedal. Anybody else would have drowned. Anybody else would have eventually 4-5 would have gotten fucked up.
Peter Yan beat a level 10. Peter Yan beat up the final boss.
Yeah, for sure.
So do they run that back for a trilogy?
I don't need to see it for a while. I don't want to see it right away.
I don't think the UFC is going to entertain it because they need to put Merab on ice. So active, fighting 4 times in 1 year as a champion's crazy. Good for Merab by doing that, actually, by the way. But, put him on ice for a while. And then, let's see some new blood in the division. I don't want to see Sugar fight him again. Let's see somebody else, And hopefully it's Yadong. Maybe Yadong beats Sugar Sean, and then we get to see Yadong and Yang.
Yadong and Yang.
Yadong.
Hey,
did you see what O'Malley said? Go ahead.
You want to hear? No, go ahead. I won't forget what I'm going to say. Go ahead.
O'Malley said, he's like, I don't beat my dong, but I'm going to beat ya dong. Well played, O'Malley. Well played.
Hey, crazy stat about Brandon Royval. I think I might get on the crazy Royval train, dude. He's never been beat by anyone except champions. None of his losses are
Yeah.
accepted.
Yeah, that's
That's a
badass.
crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's a bad dude. Hey, he was cut in
So
school
is
in high
Tate
school. They were
though.
so is who?
So is Manel. How do you
Oh
say it?
yeah,
Manel?
cops
Yeah.
like part cop is like in a league of his own. I just still hope he doesn't win. But cops, every time he fights, I'm like, how does anyone beat him? He's a freak. Cirque du
Yeah.
Soleil shit.
Absolute freak. Absolute freak.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
I was gonna ask. I got the bantamweight rankings pulled up. Let's share
Hey,
this tab instead.
real quick, White
Who?
House card.
What?
White House card. I don't want to see anyone who's retiring in the next 2 years. No interest. No gay cheese. I don't need to see Islam if he's gonna retire. I don't need to see fucking John Jones. I would give Alex a chance just because he's just fucking a bedrock. I sure as fuck don't need to see Conor McGregor. Like,
Poeton?
I would see Poeton's like the only veteran, like, dude who might
Yeah.
retire in the next 2 years that I want to see. The rest of these fucking ding dongs, go fuck yourself.
I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck about
yeah.
John Jones.
Me neither.
Yeah,
like, I have
definitely
no
not.
interest.
And Dana
And I have no
doesn't
interest
either.
in Connor either. Connor's just going to come out there and get the shit beat out of him.
I
Hey,
want to see Connor Chandler. Connor Chandler, let those both old fucks beat the snot out of each other. And
okay. As the open for the prelim card, sure.
I would no open
Early
open for the main
prelims.
card. Open for the main card.
You don't waste a spot on those old two fucks.
No, open for the main card is it's an honorable position because it's like that's how you get people sucked in. It's that opening scene of the movie where it's that outside perspective view of the city and it's on fire and you're in a Michael Bay movie and you're like, what the fuck is about to happen? That's that first fight on the main card. It's got to be Connor and Chandler.
It could sell. It would sell.
Hey, I heard something really shitty. I heard there might only be 5 fights on that card.
Oh fuck!
That's it.
I hope not. That would suck.
I don't remember where I heard it, but it would kind of make sense because, like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna have a small, and I think somewhere else, like on the lawn at the National Mall there. You know that thing they call the National Mall where the George Washington Monument is. I heard that maybe they're gonna put a huge screen up there and let people watch the fight there.
And I also was hearing rumors that there wasn't going to be cage side audience. So like I think they're going to want to have all the audience in by the Washington Monument where MLK had a dream. You know what I mean? Like there and everybody watch it there. I don't know if the cage itself is going to have an audience.
Hey, why the fuck? I'm looking right now at this at the center, right? That they have at what's it called?
The Apex.
The Apex. Why wouldn't you just build that if it placed that small, just vertical straight up? Why the fuck isn't there, like, if you're going to build a venue that can only hold 2,000 people and it's a fighting venue, why wouldn't you build it so it's just straight up so every seat looks right down into the place?
Like the Coliseum or something. Yeah, that'd be dope.
It doesn't even have to be that fucking big. They could do that at the White House lawn. They could build something that's so fucking steep that every seat in there is the best seat you've ever watched a fight in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that Apex Center has a capacity.
They could build a series of bleachers that do that.
Yeah, something custom. You got the money, build something so crazy and steep. Yeah. Hey, it's where Carson, where they hold all the boxing fights and where the games have been. So steep.
Yeah,
you can look right down into it. All the tennis stadiums, so steep. All the theaters, dude. All the theaters, like Broadway theaters and shit like that. It's fucking scary in there. You go in there and it's like, oh shit! If you stumble, you're dead.
Yeah. If I had to bet, I would say they. I don't know, Dylan. If you're hearing that they're not going to have cage side seating, I find that hard to believe, man. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I think
if I had to
the
bet,
only reason I would believe it is because it's a Secret Service issue, or something.
Like hey, it's not going to be cage side for tickets, is what Dylan's saying. But fucking the Prince of Saudi Arabia will be there, and Emmanuel Macron and his husband will be there. His husband. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Melania and Barron will be up there. Yeah. Elon and RFK will be in the front row.
Yeah, for sure. They'll have people there. It's just not going to be plebes like us.
Colby Covington will be there. Hey, that's a fight I'd like to see. Who's someone Colby could fight at 171 and up and comer? How about that crazy black dude? How about there's this giant fucking black dude who's making 171. Bring up the 171 rankings. There's a dude who's a freak. He's undefeated.
Did
He might not. He might not even be in the rankings yet. He is a freak. He's the new. Who's the guy who fought heavyweight, light heavyweight, and now he fights middleweight? The black dude. He worships crystals and shit.
You're talking about
the Killer Gorilla.
Yeah.
It's the new version of him, dude. There's a guy in the 171, like unstoppable.
Not Michael Morales.
No, I think Morales is 155, right?
No, he's
Michael. I got it up now. Michael Morales is 4th ranked. He just put a licking on Sean Brady at 322. So that's probably not who you're talking about.
171. Is it 170 or 171? 170 top fighters.
Jeff
US.
Neal?
No.
They only show you top 15. So if he's not top 15, he won't be. Joaquin Buckley?
No, maybe he's 185. I'm not sure. No, I think he's 170. He is huge. He's so fucking. He has no waist. Complete savage. Steamrolls people. Does this show have a comment section that helps you?
They all bounced out before you got here.
These motherfuckers are useless.
Jared Cannonier.
No, but he's the Jared Cannonier 2.0.
Yeah, but I don't think you were talking about who's fought.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only guy to have knockout in 3 weight classes.
You're not talking about Morales then, huh?
No, but like Morales, a foreigner too. I want to say Nigerian, maybe even.
Ooh.
Maybe type in undefeated UFC fighters. Black guy, undefeated, beautiful, perfect looking.
Type all that in verbatim, Jeremy, into the.
We're gonna beautiful black guy. Ooh, I'm getting some sketchy results on my computer. Porn, what is it?
I feel like I know who you're talking about because I think I just saw him training.
I mean, it must be terrifying to get in the ring with
Sean Strickland.
Maybe
Sean Strickland.
Maybe, and he just bullies people. He just comes across the ring and that's it. He just destroys people.
Damn,
he totally looks like he's in the wrong weight class.
Yeah, don't.
And what's funny is that say what?
I said, don't tell Jeremy that he's in the wrong weight class because he'll get all butthurt about people cutting weight.
Dude, Sevon, I just have this thing where. Who are we talking about in specific? We were talking about Talbot. He's 5'11", 6 feet. Peyton Talbot. Peyton. Yeah. Dude's 5'11", 6 feet tall, fighting at 135.
Oh, stop. You're talking about Mansour Abdul Malik.
Let me see him.
Who?
Type in Abdul Malik.
Abdul. Can you still see me when I leave the page?
No, it goes to Whitey.
Mansour Abdul Malik.
Yep.
Abdul Malik.
Of course, he's a fucking.
No, not this. No, not this guy.
Damn. Right.
This guy's an Arab. I'm telling you, this guy's a brother. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. I thought maybe it is him. I don't know. I don't think so. This guy's beautiful. This guy's like one of those fucking hairless brothers from Africa. He's like,
we're gonna find him eventually. Is right after the show? Oh yeah, that motherfucker, Derek Brunson.
No,
Jesus Christ, no.
Hey, I'll take it. Any shot. He's new. This guy's new. He's probably got a record similar to that. Hey, for all I know, that's him, and he just looks different in the ring. But I don't think that's him.
I think that's who you're talking about because I was hearing rumblings of him being an absolute killer, like just rapes everybody.
Yeah, this guy just comes in the ring and just what weight class was that guy Abdul?
He's 170, right? Oh, he's 185. Oh,
he's
shit.
185.
Okay, so maybe we're not talking.
And how tall is he?
6'2".
Maybe. I don't think it's him. This guy doesn't look doesn't look like that guy. That guy looks like a terrorist.
I'm pretty sure he is right now.
This guy is like nice to look at.
Nice to look at.
Hey, dudes can be nice to look at.
Hey, dude, do you guys do workouts with your kids and they just smoke you? Like, not scaled, you know?
No, just you, bro. Just you. No. I do workouts with my kids. They get too distracted though. You know what I mean? Like they're like in it, and then all of a sudden they're just like fucking.
What about you, Sevy? You do workouts? Avi smokes you, just you can't keep up, or?
I do not really. Like when I wrestle them, I gas definitely before they do, you know. Maybe if we're doing sprints, there may be some rounds, like usually the middle, like I'll beat them in the beginning, then they'll beat me in the middle, and then I'll beat them at the end again. I'm trying to think. Probably jump roping. Maybe one of my kids could beat me.
Burpees?
Oh, burpees! They would destroy me. They would I had Ari do 50 burpees in 2 minutes, 1 minute break, 50 overhead squats with a 5-pound bar, 1 minute break, 50 burpees in 2 minutes. And both times he got like 54 burpees. That would
holy shit.
Dude.
Yeah, that would decimate me.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Can you guys see this Jeremy right now?
Oh, I ran a 5K the other day for turkey trot, and one of the 9-year-olds beat me. Like, I don't even know by how much. He just left me.
Little asshole.
But I ran it in 30 minutes, so.
Oh.
I mean, you weren't giving it everything, though, right? It's not like you were out there like, I'm going to set a PR.
No. Dude, I didn't even know I was going to run it. They said go, and one of my sons is like, you got to run it with me. And I told you guys that I didn't have a number and I didn't pay. So while I'm on the course, the course judge is like, we have a bandit on the course. We have a bandit. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
A bandit.
Or something like that. It was some word like that.
Said he's racist.
Course bandit.
Hey, Sevy, nobody's really inviting you to like cocaine parties, right?
No, not anymore. Those days are over.
Did they?
I never did cocaine parties.
I mean, you got a beak on you. I think they would be like, not this guy.
I dabbled, like I probably done coke like 4 or 5 times, and like probably meth like 200 times. But my big thing was ecstasy. Like there was like,
shit.
And that's why like I'm watching the Diddy stuff, and like I could relate to all that shit. Like I see exactly where.
Sounds like a big fuck party, doesn't it?
That's all. I mean, that's it. I mean, just crazy shit. Crazy shit happens when you're on ecstasy. If you got real MDMA, and you got crazy shit happens. Crazy shit.
Dude, I dabbled in the snowflake a little bit years and years ago, but I same thing, maybe 5 to 10 times, and I got very, very fortunate. I was before the era of all this lace shit. Yeah, there was none of that shit. I mean, if it was laced, it was with like shit, like it was like soap shavings. And was it laxatives or baby? Yeah, laxatives. And B12 and laxatives, baby aspirin, shit like that. Like, no one was poisoning you. Right, and it was just like, and the reason why I never touched that shit again was because I realized how fucking awesome it was. Yeah, and like I liked it too much. So I was like, I'm never touching that again. Ever. Fuck that. There was this buddy of mine in college. He was like 150 pounds overweight, ugly as shit, super charming. And he was slaying so much pussy. And I knew him for like a year. And after about a year, I only knew him daytime. And after a year, we started hanging out at night. And I realized, oh shit, he's a fucking coke dealer. Mm-hmm. And he's just slaying Beaver. It was crazy. And my run with meth was like, it showed up in this group of friends. I had like 20 friends, and like it was around for like 90 days and like probably like 3 months. And then after 3 months, like 15 of us were like, we're out. And then the other 5 continued, and they all the dudes ended up sucking dick for crack. Oh, that's how it ends. Yeah, it was crazy. Always. One dude stabbed some girl because he said like the TV set told him to just walk outside his house and stab someone. And when the
And when the police pulled him over, he had like dildos and Vaseline, and it was crazy.
Shit. No, it's not Jared Cannonier.
You
That's
did say Killer Gorilla though.
Yeah, no, he was talking about this is the 2.0 of that.
Gotcha.
This is a new guy. But yeah, Sevy, dude, that shit's crazy. What all comes with that is it starts with like incredibly smoking hot college chicks that just want to party, and like you just, you know, if you have it there, if they flock to you, and it's so easy, but it's like that's the trappings of it, and you never get out of that shit. You just gotta stay the fuck away from it. I'm from New Mexico, dude, and that Breaking Bad shit's for real. Like,
yeah.
dude,
yeah, hey, when the coke was around, there were some chicks from New Mexico who were hot as fuck who were around. That's funny.
Dude, and the meth shit is like, I grew up on Montana Meth Project was like this kind of like PR stunt that they did to like show you a bunch of people's rotting flesh and missing teeth, and like this is what happens when you do meth, you're gonna just turn into this straight up hell. Whereas like reality, I grew up and I realized like most adults that I knew that were around me while I was growing up were on that shit. And like you'd never know any different. You know, like your FedEx delivery guy was on it, your teacher was on it, like just everybody's on that shit. And it doesn't rot your face away, but it eventually does take your life for sure, you know, but it's just like
3 of the 5 dudes ended up living at this old guy's house who just fucked him in the ass, and they would get meth from him. No shit. They lived with this rich gay guy. He had like the naked statues around his pool. This was in Santa Barbara.
You think he's still alive? Can I have his number? What's his address?
And they ended up just fucking this old dude for his money and doing meth. It was crazy. And the 2 other guys, like one of the guys ended up turning into a tranny, and he's the one that stabbed someone. And then one of the guys, I don't know what happened to him. But the girls all turned into freaks. Like while during those 90 days, I got crazy stories. It was a crazy 90 days.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I never went too far down the rabbit hole. My drug of choice, I broke my ankle real bad at 16, 15, and they gave me Percocets. And I had never had anything close to that in my life. And I remember, you know, ankles hurting. Mom, hey, give me one of those pills they gave me. And it was like as soon as that high hit, it was game over. I ran out of the pills, and by that time I'm full blown addicted. So I'm saving up lunch money, going to school, and all the kids.
What grade was that? What grade was that?
Sophomore. I was a sophomore.
Wow.
All the kids at school, their parents had Percocets because all the old people with their hits and their fucking whatever. So I had 4 or 5 different people that I would save up my lunch money all week. Friday I'd have $20 and I'd buy 6 Percocets, pop 2 at a time.
Holy
gone.
Hey,
Just
that's
gone.
what happened to Diddy. Did you know that? Diddy never did no drinking, no drugs. And somewhere in his music career, he hurt himself and got on Percocets, and they said that was it. From
Game
then
over
on.
after that, man.
Yeah.
Dude, my mom never let us fucking take shit. It was like green chili stew. It was stews that my grandma made. You know, like, you're getting better by fucking food remedies and hot towels and onions in your socks type of shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
and
for sure.
she wouldn't let us touch fucking Dayquil, NyQuil, any of that shit because she was so terrified of us getting hooked on shit. I had a hernia surgery when I was like 12. I was in like 8th grade. And they prescribed me Vicodin. It was the most pain I had ever experienced. Obviously, a 12-year-old at that point, you know, but it was an excruciating pain recovering from it. She never gave me any of that shit. She's like, I'll give you 1 ibuprofen. And I just had to fucking sweat that pain. I thank her every day for it because I'm like, I think you made me like oddly, like you might have changed something in my genome to make me tougher or something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like just by not letting us take any of that shit. Like it's crazy. I'm
She
glad.
must be disappointed how much of a pussy you are now.
Yeah, she
Gotta be
is
sad for her. You know?
Well,
How's the kid doing? How old now?
She's 3. She turned 3 in October. And then we have another one due February 15th.
Oh, that's awesome.
Home birth, baby.
Damn.
Another one.
That's so cool.
Hopefully it's not 81 hours this time.
Whew.
I had a chick on a date the other day. That story you got to tell. That's epic. Chick on a date. I'm 40. I'm not opposed to having more kids. And like the 5th question she asked me, she's 33, is if I'm willing to have more kids. Like, girl, this is our first date. Like, I don't know what you need to talk about having kids are.
Cutting through the bullshit, dude. She didn't got time to fuck around.
I appreciate it. I don't like the bullshit either. I'll cut through it quick too. But hey, man, bringing another human in this world. Woo.
If you can get pregnant through the back of your tonsils.
Don't let it catch air, right? Don't let it.
That chick is gone. She's crazy as hell. Speaking of crazy, did you guys see this? Jamal Hill and Joanna, whatever the fuck that is. How do you say Joanna's last name?
Young J-Chick.
Young J-Chick. Did you guys
Joanna
see this altercation?
new titties. Yeah, I saw it. I don't know. Who knows? I think they probably used to fuck or something.
No, he was trying to fuck her at one point, and then
okay,
they met back up again, and Jamal had a girl, and then she was being disrespectful, or that's
no.
Something, an altercation between his girl, and Joanna is obviously a world class fighter. He's not gonna let her fucking touch his girl.
His girl wasn't even there, dude.
Really?
It goes even deeper than that. Yeah. So Jamal and Joanna were at some sort of UFC thing 2-3 years ago, let's say. And I would listen to Jamal Hill explain it. It's pretty. He's
like
just
Flavor
honest,
of Love,
you know. And yeah, exactly. Because he's black? No. So
imagine what he could do to her. He would never have to put her down.
Oh my God!
He could dunk a basketball with her on the dock.
Bro, so they're in New York or something together on this thing, and Jamal's like, "Hey man, I shot my shot." He said, "I tried, and we met up for some drinks, and he said I didn't like her vibe. She was weird," and he explains it. I'll save that for if you guys listen to it. So he shows all the DMs that went back and forth, and she got really weird after a while. So then at that UFC last week, he went up to whatever VIP room. He said that she was in there. A couple other dudes, UFC fighters were in there, and she just they say what's up, and she just starts getting real shitty and all confrontational and calling him a player.
And then he was saying that he fucked her. That's why she.
She's like, "Oh, you're talking all this shit about me. You're talking all this shit about me." He's like, I never said anything about you. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, what did I say? You know, I never said anything, you know. And she's like, I'm a Polish gangster. I'll fuck you up, blah, 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 saying all this stuff. And then his now girlfriend had met Joanna at some sort of dinner or some shit. And so they like know each other. They were all friendly, but she started like threatening his girl. That's why he said, I'll kick your ass or whatever if you touch her or whatever. But I was watching MMA Guru, and this exact situation or very similar happened between Joanna and Colby Covington a handful of years ago. Colby was having all these girls come in his training camp and everything. You remember Colby was always taking pictures of like 3 or 4 girls lined up next to him, and Joanna had she had tried to get with him. He had denied her. So then they're at Top Team MMA, whatever that camp is called, and she starts yelling at him as he's training for a championship fight. So she's got a history of like dudes saying no, and then she gets crazy confrontational. So I thought that was wild.
I do think it's weird that she's at every fight now. She got some new titties and she's at every fight. And I do find that like very interesting.
She got those new titties as soon as she retired.
I know, isn't it weird? She's always ringside.
Dude, they probably send out to a bunch of the fighters like, here, we got tickets for you, like show up.
She likes attention.
She's at every fucking fight,
dude.
Yeah, dude, when you're like the world-class athlete and you're the face of the world and you're a champion and all this shit, and then you retire, all that shit goes away, so you're feeling it somehow.
I know. I don't see any other fighters doing that. I think she's boning like one of the UFC brats.
Ooh, now we're talking. She's
boning a couple of them. Hey, yeah. So we had this. I got like 5 minutes. My kids are on to eat dinner, but
I have 4 minutes.
We had this discussion a few weeks back. Oh, you got less now. He froze. He's in the bad part of the house, the bad part of the Wi-Fi. There he is. We had this discussion a few weeks back.
Bad part. I'm just getting naked. Yes. I got to get out of these sweaty underwear.
We had this discussion, hottest female fighters of all time, right?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
We had this discussion a few weeks back. Hottest female UFC fighters of all time. For me, I'm putting Mackenzie Dern at the top of the list.
No chance.
He
looks
Paige
like
Van
Sid the
Zandt's a close
Sloth, dude.
second. Shut your mouth. Paige Van Zandt, sure, she's a near second, but like Mackenzie Dern, she's got this guy hates Mackenzie Dern. It's like she's garbage. Is he gay? Am I gay? Who's gay here? Are we both gay?
I mean, they're both just. I mean, they're not. There are no hot UFC chicks. They just we recalibrate when we watch the UFC. You know what I mean? So we recalibrate.
Hey, dude.
You know what I mean by that?
Him. Like
I do. It's similar to
when you're in the field for too long.
Yes, it's similar to deployment hot. We talked about this.
Yeah.
You go overseas and a girl that was a 4 all of a sudden is like an 8. But I mean, I can't look at this woman.
No chance.
I'm not recalibrating shit. This woman is hot.
I think she's awesome, but I think it's because she's like kind of got that scandalous slutty vibe. But
yeah, maybe I
think
just
she's
like
awesome.
Hey,
I'm trying to think if there's any. What about the chick from China? What's her name?
Zhang?
Yeah.
God, no.
Hey, it's like Joanna Van Dyke. She was like a 2, and now she's not fighting anymore, and she got titties, and she's like a 6.9.
She's gone up a little bit. She's gone up. She's definitely
you know what I mean.
But
she's
Paige,
doable for
Paige
sure.
takes the cake, right? I mean, obviously.
Paige Van Zandt.
Yeah.
I mean, who else is there?
Still young too.
But how about the chick who is fighting with there's a couple in there that have big old fake titties.
I'll give you 2.
Why the fuck they do
Tate,
that?
She's so hot.
I don't know why they do that either.
Tate's hot. And Gina Carano. Gina is the original. She's the OG
the original.
UFC chick, and she's
probably the
legit
prettiest
hot
of all of them.
still.
I think Michelle Waters was kind of hot for a minute, but she got too many fights and her face got beat.
Michelle Waters.
Yeah, she was
cute,
hot.
Yeah.
She was cute. She was cute. Yeah.
But
dude, we can do a whole show ranking these.
Don't put bags of water in your body. Like, just don't do that at all.
Hit all the time.
Yeah, especially when you have to cut weight. What the fuck are you doing?
Any of these girls ever have a pop titty? I'm gonna look that up. Has a boob broke in the middle of a match?
I can't stand when I see bitches wearing makeup in the octagon. I don't understand.
Hey, I've seen nip slips. I've
Ronda
seen
Rousey.
nip slips.
Did
Ronda have a nip slip?
Yeah, Ronda Rousey took a front kick to the chest and it pulled down her bra, sports bra thing, and she had to look at the ref for a quick little pause.
Yeah. What fight?
Do some research.
The ref's checking her out. He's like, "What? What do you want?"
He's like,
I'm trying to think which one I saw. It was off for a long time. There were 2 chicks fighting on the ground. I want to say it was who's the bald, skinny? I want to say it was Nama Yunus was fighting someone, and she pulled out the other chick's tit for like 30 seconds.
We're gonna have to look that one up for sure. That's my homework tonight. I will report back.
Slip
Rose
nips,
is hot too, man.
Check it out, Stevie. Check out the backdrop. I got Yeshua.
Oh, nice.
And then I got Yeshua. Says, disappointments, all of you.
Damn.
You like that shit?
Yeah. That's great.
Just a reminder.
All right, I'm gonna go sit and watch TV. Thanks for
Buddy,
having me.
Thanks for dropping in, man. It's really
dude.
Fun time.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me while I worked out.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, we'll be talking some shit for the fights.
All right, peace.
See you, brother.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was cool.
That was cool as shit, wasn't it?
That was a treat. I'd stay on. Definitely stay on for 2.5 hours to talk to the man.
Yeah, you got to bounce and get some kiddos, don't you?
Yeah, they're hungry as hell. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm hungry too. Maybe we'll review. Maybe we will recap UFC. What is this? Fight night? What the fuck? What is this? Fucking.
G, we got to get you on. G, we got to get you on.
Yeah, Garrett, we definitely would love to. I know that you're not like the biggest MMA person, but who the fuck cares? Like,
it would be fun.
We'll talk, and I actually had Nick Fuentes down to talk about a little bit. So we can talk about whatever, but yeah, maybe we'll recap this. I have a feeling this is going to be good. We know the main event's going to be good, but there's a handful of fights that I think are going to be worth talking about. So maybe we could talk about that, and then in the next couple of weeks we'll preview. We got a little bit of time off. I don't think there are any fight nights before the next UFC.
I think this is the last one tonight.
So between now and
a fight night in January before the
that's
first
what I was about to look up now. No, at least how they have it listed right now. We have tonight, and then we have an entire month and 2 weeks where they get off. So maybe we will. God, I'm looking ahead, man. They got Strickland and Hernandez. I saw that. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm also now seeing this is a crazy fast turnaround. Moreno is fighting Alma Baez on February 28th. Like, that was fast for Moreno. Just boop, he's got a.
They probably felt like it was an unfair stoppage. Stopped too early. Can you come back in February? All right, cool.
Yeah,
for sure. Throw any name and Moreno's gonna take it.
Yeah, and then of course we know Holloway and Oliveira. I am excited for that. I know both dudes are probably in the latter portions of their career, but they're guys that just bring it. I mean, especially in Max Holloway. I mean, especially both, but like Max Holloway, dude. I mean, that guy. Let's point to the center of the octagon with like the last 10 fights he's had, and then they just go. So
I think
that'll be
big. I think he can do it.
I agree. I wholeheartedly think that Oliveira will win that fight. But yeah, we'll figure out some stuff that we can do over the next month and a half. Maybe we'll shift and talk about some politics or current events or whatever the fuck.
I'm going out of town next weekend. I'll be gone the 20th through the 26th. But if you want to jump in, if you want to run a pod, let me know, and I could jump in on my phone and shit. We can.
Okay, for sure. Ooh, Jimmy Cruz, dude. The UFC Volkanovski Lopes too is amazing. Just looking at that card. Anyways,
I can't even understand how you say Lopes.
It's easier. Lazy dog. All right, we're gonna sign off for tonight. Thank you, Savan, for sure. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Yeah. This was fun. Long show, but that was a good time. I'm gonna go.
Cool ending to it, for sure.
Yeah,
Big Germ, you're the man, dude.
You are the man, my friend. Let's remember.
Hey, I downloaded Marco Polo, so I might have to text you about that.
Please do. Send me. Just text me, and I'll send you a video.
Cool.
Okay. All right, dog. Love you, dude.
Love you too, man.
Peace out.